record, trying to get back on the win column. And to do so, they're going to have to do it with two young quarterbacks.
Absolutely. We have two new starters this season. So let's go to Benedict College first, of course. The Tigers are looking at a freshman in Zay Foster. Now, this is his first start, granted, for Benedict, but he comes with quite the pedigree from Spartanburg, South Carolina, a quarterback who they're looking to run their spread offense, one who's done so in his high school days. Listen, Dwayne, this guy is something special. 12 touchdowns, 6 of which were running, 6 of which were passing, and get this, in his senior campaign, no interceptions on the year.
Wow. On the other side, Reginald Ruffin's Miles Club, they're coming off a very disappointing 28-point loss to Albany State. He'll have to do it with a newbie himself.
Yeah, absolutely. Jalen Carter is someone who is a transfer, highly touted at UAB, highly recommended from UAB. He comes into the Miles College program just days before the start of the season, so he's now getting his first start, hoping to get those guys back on track because, of course, they have a high-powered offense as well. And with Jalen Carter, the good thing is he has had some experience this season, so he'll be someone who, just as Coach Ruffin said, will bring to the table his ability, his run mobility, and he'll bring to the table so much for that team just in terms of what they're able to do with their RPO as well.
All right, so stay tuned. When we come back, we'll have the starters plus the opening kick when we return. You're watching SIAC football only on ESPN+.
Georgia Power is here with a little reminder of how easy it is to save energy at home. Because it's often as simple as a twist, or as easy as a lift. It could be a little squeeze, or maybe just a pull. These small changes can make a big difference, helping you save energy for the bigger things in life. Visit GeorgiaPower.com for tips and programs to help save energy and money.
For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at Academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
As a global bank, our game plan is to help clients manage their money. We're a team of challengers, thinkers, and go-getters. Together, we bring out the best in each other. With our partner SIAC, we're creating pathways for the next generation of talent. We're scouting bankers, advisors, techies, and yes, athletes. Kick off your career with UBS.
And welcome back, everybody, to Miles College, where this afternoon, the Golden Bears will host the Benedict Tigers. Dwayne Walker, along with Tanisha Batiste, kickoff just seconds away. And in case you're wondering, it's a beautiful night for football. Benedict actually won the toss, but they've elected to defer. Benedict will kick off moving left to right. Both teams will don Nike jerseys this evening. Nike is the official apparel company of the Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. The Miles Golden Bears will be dressed in their home purple jerseys with white lettering. And for Benedict, they've got white jerseys with purple lettering. Number 61, Rigoberto Tinoco, will be kicking it off, and back deep for Miles will be number 11, LaAnthony Robinson, and Madarius Trujillo. And there she blows. It's going to be taken at the 7-yard line, up to the 30, maybe the 35-yard line. Fantastic return on that play for Miles. That was number 81, Colin Woods, on the return. They'll mark this football at the 32-yard line. So Tenitra, 24-yard return to get it going for this Miles College offense. And they're coming out with a new starter, Jalen Parker. He's thrown 11 times this year, 6 for 11, 66 yards, including 2 touchdown passes.
Yeah, and you love to see them get that kind of good field position for this opening drive. So let's see what Parker's able to do in his first start of the season.
Shotgun formation for Miles College, moving right to left. Parker will hand football off to the first man through, and that is Parker will hand the football off to the first man through, and that is number 20 on the carry, Kingston Davis. Davis with a quick hitter up the gut. Credit Hunt with that tackle, but not before a 14-yard gain. First down and 10 for Miles College at their own 47-yard line.
And that's what you want to see from the Michigan transfer by way of UAB, by way of Lane to Miles, who's starting the day for Miles College.
There's an errant snap, and all Parker can do is go back and wallow on the football. Parker does recover that football, and it's going to be marked at the 30-yard line. That's a loss of 17 on that errant snap.
And that's a tough one for Tyler Lowry getting the start today at center for Miles, so hopefully they'll be able to get some of that yardage back in this next play.
Second down and 27. Twin receivers to the top of the formation as well as the bottom. Parker looking to the sideline to get the play. Booming crowd out here at Miles College today. Such a pleasure to see. Second down and a long way, 27 yards, and they're going to whistle that one down. And let's see what we've got.
Timeout, Miles College. That is their first timeout of the half. It's a 30-second timeout.
Well, a quick timeout, and we're just a minute and 26 seconds into the game. But we'll keep it right here. And Tenitra, so far, a little miscue there by the Miles College offense, and I see Coach Reginald Ruffin, he wants to clean that up right away.
Yeah, there were a number of plays early on in the game last week for Miles where they had some snafus that were pre-snapped. So I do believe that Coach Ruffin wants to minimize that and kind of settle his guys down early in this game.
No question about it. Hey, while we have this opportunity, the SIAC is excited to let everyone know about the new brand logo rollout. The league has announced a rebrand in coordination with strategic for the league. And by the way, that new tagline is Leaders Rise Here. Jalen, Leaders Rise Here. Jalen, the quarterback, he's got second and a long way. Second and 27. Trip receivers to the left. He'll go for the downs. Looking for Rashawn. Incomplete pass just out of the reach of the tight end on that play. Big number 89, Rashad Nelson, the 6'4"
You want to see Nelson stretch out just a little bit more for that big play. But what I'm liking is the fact that Miles is going for it early. Here we're seeing offensive coordinator Cedric not backing down and not shying away from giving Parker the opportunity to go deep.
Third down and 27. Trip wide receivers to the top of the formation. Parker waiting in the gun formation, and now he'll give the offensive line the call, and we'll set the starters here for you in just a second for Miles College. Parker, back to pass. They'll throw a screen. With it, that's number 20, Kingston Davis. Across midfield, let's see where they mark this football. Just a little bit shy of the first down. It's going to bring up a fourth down. Let's see what decides to do. I mentioned that we would set the starters for you. Miles College, they come out with some explosion here. Big play. Fourth down, we'll call it 6 yards from the Benedict 47-yard line. Now they're looking to the sideline to get the count, to get the play, excuse me. Is there more confusion? Starting running backs today. Now we have another, what do we have here?
Delay of game.
Benedict was indicating that there was a penalty on that, and there is a delay of game on the part of Miles.
Maybe they wanted to give their punter, a little bit of breathing room to punt that football. Will be number 41, Jay Fitch. Let's see, what are we doing here? Looks like there's some confusion on the Miles College sideline. They're looking for somebody to get in there. And they send in number 21, Darius Trujillo. Jackson Spradlin will be doing the punting. There's the snap. There's the punt. Taken at the 21-yard line. That's a 32-yard punt. And grabbing that one was Taven Grice. No return on that play, but that's where Benedict College will take over the football, led by their youngster making his first career start in Zay Foster, number 14.
And this is what you want to see from special teams on the part of Miles College. Jackson Spradlin with a beautiful booming kick there, but still good field goal position or good field position from Benedict for their opening drive.
First down and 10 from the 22-yard line. Foster with it, scrambling. Now he'll run with it, and he'll be dragged down at no gain on that play. May have actually lost a yard. Number 54 coming up from his linebacking position from Miles College. That's Jalen McWhite, the 5'10 junior out of Phoenix City. No gain on that play. Second down and 10 from the 22-yard line. Taking a look at the offensive starters for this Benedict College. We'll get it after this play. Omarion Coleman is the running back. He just carried that there. He's the starter at running back. The wide receiver core, Chris Williams is the X. Senior Jaden Thomas is the Y. Taven Grice is the H in the spread pro offense. Rashad McCain, who had a touchdown last week, he gets the start at tight end. Brian McNeil anchors that line. The guards are Aaron Witherspoon, DeJuan Duncan, and the tackles are Derek Jenkins Jr. and Anthony Crowley. After this play, we'll take a look at the Miles starting defense. Third down and 6 after that 4-yard gain from the 26-yard line. Waiting is Foster, the lefty. He steps up in the pocket, has a notion to run. He can get the first down. He's up to the 30, 35, up to the 40-yard line before diving out of bounds.
Foster only.
And that's exactly what you want to see from Zay Foster. Like we talked about earlier, he has the ability to give Benedict something on the ground and in the air, and he's able to allow Benedict to see those chains get moved on that particular play, that down.
14-yard scamper by Foster up to the 40-yard line, and that's where Benedict has it. First down and 10 at their 40, moving left to right. There's the snap, option right, and the pitch is going to be to Coleman, and he gets bumped aggressively out of bounds. And check that. That was number 25, Grice, on that carry. A pickup of 5, second down and 5. For the Miles defense, Kadarius Roberts and Roosevelt Thompson in the middle. Jalen Thomas and Cameron Sneed are the defensive ends. Hardy Gaylor and McWhite are the linebackers. Rodney Coleman is the leader of the defensive secondary. Trey Giles, Mitchell Smiley, and James Sawyer round out the defensive core for the Golden Bears. 10 minutes, 11 seconds to play. No score. You are watching SIAC football on ESPN+. Zay Foster will scramble out to his left on the 2nd and 5 play, and it's complete to number 25. That's none other than Taven Grice, the 6-foot freshman out of Lake Charles. Give him a gain of 1 as we take a look at that replay to the far side of the football field. McWhite bumped him out of bounds, but not before a meager 1-yard gain. 3rd and 4 from the 46. Foster claps his hands twice. Now here comes in motion is Filion. Pass is complete. Oh, in and out of the hands. Correction. He had it for a quick second, and the football ricocheted off of his paws, and that's Darius Filion.
And that's one of those situations where you kind of feel that pressure coming, Dwayne, and you anticipate it. So before you grab the ball, you see the pressure coming from Miles College. And that's the kind of pressure that makes you drop that ball.
Yeah, took his eyes off the football there momentarily. Nice coverage by number 2, Rodney Coleman. And to do the punting for Benedict, that's Jared Eubanks. And that football is going to roll out of bounds. Where they mark it. That's a 40-yard punt.
Yeah.
There's a timeout on the field. We're going to take a timeout, too, with 9:21 to play in the first quarter play. Our score, Miles College nothing, Benedict College nothing. And welcome back, everyone, to Sloan Alumni Stadium on the campus of Miles College. Dwayne Walker along with Tanisha Patrice. No score with 9 minutes and 21 seconds to play first quarter. Miles College has the football. They'll give it to Kingston Davis up to the 20, 25, 30, 35, and tripped out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 37-yard line. So a quick 23 hitter there for Kingston.
Yeah, and that's what you expect to see from Miles College. They're the team that are going to look. They're the team that's going to look for that run to set up that pass. The O-line giving Kingston Davis an opportunity there, and then he pushes to the side and pushes that ball up the field.
First down and 10 at the 36-yard line. That handoff again to Kingston. Minimal gain. Call it a gain of 1. It'll bring up second down and 9. Kingston Davis taking over the rushing duties for an injured Dante Edwards. Second down and 9. Actually, we'll call it no gain. Second and 10 from the 31-yard line. And now we have some motion, and a flag is going to fly. And we'll see what the call is from our referee, Alan Murray.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 52 offense. 5-yard penalty remains, second down.
Unprovoked error on Dave Bonnet, the offensive lineman for Miles College. It'll set him back 5 yards. Second down and 15. Excuse me, Tanisha. Hand off to Kingston Davis. He'll creep up to about the 32-yard line.
And Davis able to get a couple of those yards back. He's, of course, averaging nearly 4 yards a carry this season. And so you see him just kind of churning those legs a little bit so that they're at least in position on third down to possibly get a conversion here and keep the chains moving.
3rd down and 14 from the 32-yard line. And once again, quarterback number 10, Jalen Parker, getting his first career start out of Hoover, Alabama, a transfer from UAB. And as we mentioned in the pregame, first African-American quarterback to start at quarterback at Hoover High School. That pass is complete to the big tight end. That's Rashad on that reception. Rashad Nelson. Not nearly enough for a first down. It's a gain of about 8 yards. It'll leave them 6 yards shy of the first down. Spradlin in to do the punting for Miles College.
And you're really seeing on these first couple drives where those, we'll call them the first-time starters and even a freshman in Zay Foster, you're seeing kind of shakiness in terms of putting the offensive scheme and the game plan together. So just looking to see these teams settle down a little bit and maybe see Benedict make some moves on this next drive.
38-yard punt by Spradlin, and that's where the Benedict Tigers will take over their offense. 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. Looks like they're getting some fresh footballs in there. And here we go. Twin receivers to the right of the formation. Zay Foster claps his hands in repetition 4-5 straight times. And now we'll get a little motion from the tight ends. Shotgun formation. They'll hand off to O.C. Coleman, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50-yard line before being bumped out of bounds. James Sawyer, number 38, the 6'2 defensive back out of Fairfield, bumped him out of bounds.
And I like the play call. I thought that was an aggressive play call on first down, giving Omarion Coleman the opportunity to show his burst of speed up that sideline.
27-yard rush. First down and 10 at midfield for Benedict College, moving left to right, 6:25 to play, no score. Dwayne Walker, Tanitra Batiste. On that first down carry, it's O.C. again. O.C. dragging the D with him. Gain of about 3 yards. So Coleman, who, by the way, is just a freshman, getting the starting duties today. He's a freshman out of Tampa, Florida. Looks good thus far.
And Coleman, of course, looks good on and off the field as a 4.0 student since his days in high school.
Excellent, excellent. In motion, they option back. That's Grice. Grice up to down to the 45, 44, 43 before being tackled on that play. The first man to hit him was number 9, Nick Floyd. Third down and 3. Tight formation. Now Foster's clapping those hands again. And now we have a jump, and that's going to be a free play. Foster goes for the distance. It's a long pass down, and it's going to be caught at the 6-yard line. And on top of that, to boot, there is a flag down. So let's just hold the phone. That pass complete to number 85, Stephen Campbell.
And a beautiful pass by Zay Foster. Beautiful read up for the defense.
As we get a look at the replay, there you see the jump by number 9, Nick Floyd, ill-advised.
And you see right there the pass interference from Trey Giles on that play. So first and goal, first opportunity.
There are 2 fouls by the defense. Offside, number 9, pass interference, number 13. Those penalties declined. First down.
All right, so both of those penalties will be declined, as you heard from our white cap referee, Alan Murray. And as a result, that 35-yard pass play will stick to number 85, Stephen Campbell. It'll be first down and goal from the 6-yard line. But wait a minute. We've got a quick break here. And it looks as though they have a flag to pick up, some laundry to pick up at the 43-yard line. And we'll be back in business in just a second. All right, here we go. Murray blows his whistle. First and goal from the 6-yard line. Foster with it. Now in motion. Now they'll option back the other way. Phil Young. Foster on the quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Benedict College. So Zay Foster, with a little trickery on that option, decides to keep the football for himself, and he scores a touchdown.
And Foster just, if you look on that play, does a nice little fake handoff to his running back, fakes, jukes, and goes in for the first score of the day.
Very, very nice. In for the extra point attempt for the Benedict College Tigers, Rigoberto Tinoco, and that extra point is good. And with 4 minutes and 36 seconds to play in the first quarter of play, Zay Foster, a 6-yard quarterback keeper, has his team leading Miles College 7-0.
As a global bank, our game plan is to help clients manage their money. We're a team of challengers, thinkers, and go-getters. Together, we bring out the best in each other. With our partner SIAC, we're creating pathways for the next generation of talent. We're scouting bankers, advisors, techies, and yes, athletes. Kick off your career with UBS.
Georgia Power is here with a little reminder of how easy it is to save energy at home. Because it's often as simple as a twist. Or as easy as a lift. It could be a little squeeze. Or maybe just a pull. These small changes can make a big difference, helping you save energy for the bigger things in life. Visit GeorgiaPower.com for tips and programs to help save energy and money.
For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at Academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
And welcome back, everybody. Rigoberto Tinoco set to kick the football off for Benedict College, who strike first. Colin Woods is back deep for Miles College.
And what I liked on that drive, Dwayne, was just the mix of run and pass, and that Foster was able to keep the tempo for Benedict to be able to get the score.
Coming back with that football and being driven out of bounds there was number 11, Anthony Robinson. Just a 7-yard return. Actually give him 8 yards on that return. And that's where Miles College will have that football. That last scoring drive for Benedict College, 5 plays, 77 yards in 2 minutes and 16 seconds, capped off by a 6-yard run by quarterback Zay Foster. It'll be Jalen Parker's turn for Miles College. They have it first down and 10 at their own 18-yard line. Moving right to left. Fake handoff. Parker will throw to the near side of the football field and sails that one into the Miles College bench. Coach Reginald Ruffin, in his 10th season at Miles College, has his hands on his hips right now as his offense trying to get on track here. 2nd down and 10 from the 18. Twin receivers to the bottom of the set. Now they'll hand this one off and scampering up to the 20, 25, up to the 30-yard line. That's number 20, the ball carrier, Kingston Davis. 11-yard rush for Davis.
And again, you're seeing Miles' O-line give Davis the opportunity to really just break free there. And he's just a bruising back who's going to do what he has to do, keep those legs churning to get those extra yards.
1st down and 10 from the 29-yard line. That carry is to number 30, who just checked into the game. That's Zarius Keys. And he'll get up to the 32-yard line. Running back by committee right now, would you say, Tenitra, is Coach Reginald Ruffin trying to get that offense going?
Yeah, and for them, that's what we expected for this day, Dwayne, because they, of course, are run first, pass second offense.
4 yards on that carry, up to the 33. They'll hand off to Keys again. Maybe a gain of 1. It'll depend on the spot. Nonetheless, it will bring up a 3rd down situation. Miles College so far this season, 35% on 3rd downs coming in, 24 of 68 on the season. This is another one of those situations. 3rd down, we'll call it 5 from the 34-yard line. Parker waiting from the snap. Keys off to his left. Parker in the pocket, going for the downs, looking for a man. It's going to be just out of the reach of number 17, Jay Andrews, the freshman wide receiver from Birmingham, Alabama.
And Benedict really stacked the box on that play, so it looks like the quarterback was just a little rushed. The timing was just off and just out of the hands of the receiver.
Jackson Spradlin, number 43, will check into the game to do the punting for Miles College. And back deep for Benedict College will be number 25, Tavian Grice. He's the freshman out of Lake Charles, Louisiana.
And you look at the replay, and Jay Andrews certainly wants that one back.
Here's the snap. Oh, tremendous rush. They almost blocked that punt. As a result, it's going to be touchdown at the 49-yard line. And as a result, that's just a 15-yard punt. So very uncharacteristic by Jackson Spradlin, the junior kicker out of Dora, Alabama, but he was under tremendous pressure.
Yes, and it looks like Benedict got just enough of a hand on that ball to be able to affect that kick. And Benedict, who of course scored the first points today, at midfield already and about to drive for possibly the second score of the day.
They have it, 2 minutes and 47 seconds to play. Dwayne Walker along with Tenitra Batiste. You are here watching SIAC football on ESPN+. They option to the right. Foster with it, and he's going to be dragged down. He's going to lose some yardage. And coming up from his linebacking position is number 54, Jalen McWhite, the 5'10 junior out of Phoenix City, Alabama. We'll call it a loss of 2. It'll bring up 2nd down and 12 from the 49-yard line.
And Dwayne Foster gave it a thought for a moment to pitch that ball off, decided to hold for that, and so was only able to get a couple yards on that, but at least was able to retain possession.
Jalen Taylor, number 28, checks into the Benedict College lineup. He's just to the right of Zay Foster, who claps his hand in repetition 4 times. He'll fake to Foster. Foster looking into the corner, and it's incomplete. Little mix-up maybe on that route, as that pass was intended for number 85, Stephen Campbell. Campbell has already caught a big hitter earlier, a 35-yarder from Foster. 3rd down. It is a triple receiver set to the top, twins to the bottom. Foster by his lonesome in the backfield, waiting for the snap. It's 3rd down and 12 from the 49-yard line. Play clock's running down. Waiting for the snap. There it is. Foster in the pocket, now rolling to his left, has some room if he decides to run. He does. 50, 45, 40, 35-yard line. 1st down, Benedict College Tigers. So well. He got on his horse and rode it for 16 yards.
And you look at Foster just being mindful of what the defense has given him. all of his receivers downfield covered well, so Foster just takes off down the sideline, got a little bit of a spring from his O-line and a little bit of a block there from his receiver as well to be able to get some big yardage for Benedict on that last play.
First down and 10 at the 35-yard line of Miles College. Once again, Benedict College threatening with a $1:23 to play first quarter. In motion comes Phil Young. They give it to him down to the 32, and he's going to be tackled from behind. Excellent coverage on that play by number 9 coming up from his linebacking position. That's Nick Floyd, the 5'11 linebacker out of Phoenix City. Gain of 3, however. 2nd and 7. Number 28 in the backfield, Jalen Taylor. Just off to the left of Zay Foster, getting his first career start here at Benedict College. In motion goes Foster. They'll throw it on the flat, and it's incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
That pass intended for Jalen Taylor from Foster, but it sails incomplete.
It's 3rd down.
And then we get a look at the Miles College defense. They have their hands on their hips. Could they be tired at this juncture of our ball game, Tanitra?
Yeah, I think so, because you look at what Benedict's been able to do in terms of up-tempo. They keep that offense moving, and so, yeah, those guys on Miles' defense are getting a little bit winded.
All right, Foster waiting in shotgun formation. Going in motion is Tucker. Foster steps up in the pocket, decides to run. And he's going to smartly run out of bounds at the 31-yard line, so maybe a pickup of 1. Smart decision on Foster by not forcing the issue there.
Yeah, absolutely, and also not taking the sack. And you look at Miles' defense, they seem to be a little bit ready, more prepared this time for Foster to take off, so they're able to at least hold on 3rd down and maybe even hold Benedict to a field goal.
Well, Miles College has 12 players on the field right now. They need to get somebody off. Let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Let's see if the referee catches this. They've got 12 men on the field. All right, so in to do the punting is Eubanks. Let's see if Miles College slides somebody off. They've got 12 on the field. Coach Reginald Ragland, he sees it and motions. And now he has a conversation with his special teamers. And as a result, there's going to be a timeout on the field because it's our quarter break. And after 1 quarter play, our score, Benedict College 7, Miles College no score. You're watching SIAC football on ESPN+. And welcome back. There you get a look at one of our bands here today. Both bands will be performing today. We'll tell you who they are, give you all the intricate details. Before halftime, second quarter of play, set to go. Benedict College with the football on 4th down and 5. That pass is complete down to the 12-yard line, it looks like, but that's complete. That football complete to number 19, Tayshawn Presley.
And again, I love the aggressive play calling coming out. First play of the second quarter from offensive coordinator Eric Highsmith to move the chains for Benedict.
Football at the 13-yard line, 23 yards on that. First down and 10 from the 13-yard line. Now the tight ends shift to the left side of the field. And that football is going to be carried. What number? They give that football to Tanitra. The sun is shining, a beautiful day, don't get me wrong, but there's a bit of a glare as the sun is shining. And it looked like number 24, Coleman, on that carry.
Yeah,
number 24.
Yep, you are absolutely right. And it looks like there was some motion on the play, and then Omarion Coleman takes that ball, but looks like Miles College was ready for that particular run and was able to stuff him on first down.
Shelton on the stop for Miles College, not before a 2-yard gain. Second down and 8 from the 11-yard line of Miles College. Foster, the quarterback, waiting, and now we have a timeout.
Timeout, Benedict. That is the first timeout of the half. It'll be a
All right, so Benedict College will use their first timeout of the half. There's a timeout on the field with 13:38 to play in the second quarter. Our score, the Benedict College Tigers 7, the Miles College Golden Bears, no score.
Georgia Power is here with a little reminder of how easy it is to save energy at home. Because it's often as simple as a twist, or as easy as a lift. It could be a little squeeze, or maybe just a pull. These small changes can make a big difference, helping you save energy for the bigger things in life. Visit GeorgiaPower.com for tips and programs to help save energy and money.
For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at Academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
As a global bank, our game plan is to help clients manage their money. We're a team of challengers, thinkers, and go-getters. Together, we bring out the best in each other. With our partner SIAC, we're creating pathways for the next generation of talent. We're scouting bankers, advisors, techies, and yes, athletes. Kick off your career with UBS.
Welcome back to Sloan Alumni Stadium. Benedict College, they have the football and they are threatening. They have it second down and 8 at the Miles College 11-yard line. Zay Foster has a notion. He'll find an open man for a touchdown for Benedict College. A quick strike to number 82. That's Eddie Neal, the tight end out of Okeechobee, Florida.
And so far, Rashad Watson's defense just hasn't had an answer for Zay Foster and company. You'll see right there the quick snap. And you'll see the fake handoff, and right there, just easy money for Benedict.
Tinoco in to kick the extra point attempt. Kick is on the way, and that kick is good. Well, my, oh my. There's 13:33 to play in the first half. And our score, the Benedict College Tigers 14, Miles College no score after the 11-yard hookup to Eddie Neal.
This is a TV timeout.
And welcome back, everybody. Take a look at some of our dancers here coming up at halftime. The Benedict Band of Distinction, followed by the Miles Purple Marching Machine. But marching, that's just what the Benedict College offense they've been doing. They lead it by a score of 14-0. Collins will take the football after 10, after the kickoff up to the 20, and he's going to be cut down at about the 22-yard line. First man on the tackle there for Benedict College is number 39, Daquan Bloodsaw, the running back out of Sanderville. That last drive for Benedict College, 9 plays, 45 yards in 4 minutes and 14 seconds, capped off by that 11-yard touchdown, as you see there, Foster to Neal. But should we be surprised? Coach Chennis Berry, he's known for putting points on the board.
Absolutely. The former offensive coordinator from Southern University, that's what he does, and he has in Zay Foster a weapon. 4 of 7 completions so far, 57% of his completions this game.
Parker on the quarterback keeper. He'll get up to the 27-yard line as well. They'll mark it. That's a pickup of 5 yards. Second down and 5. Fakes it to Davis, but decides to keep the football himself. And he just almost got out of the grasps of number 5, Joshua Hayward, coming up from his defensive back position. 2nd and 5 to carry. Davis right up the gut, and he's going to trip ahead to the 38-yard line. But that's enough for a complete. They'll mark it at the 37-yard line, and as a result, that's a 12-yard pickup, enough for a first down.
And that's a play that's been absolutely working for Miles so far this game.
Trip wide receivers, and now Parker tries to keep the football himself, but he's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Number 51, Dietrich Starks, coming up from his linebacking position, the freshman out of Columbia, South Carolina. And there's a flag down. Coach Chennis Berry is not happy. And our officials will discuss it along the 33-yard line, and we'll hear from referee Alan Murray in just a second. Our officiating crew doing a fine job this afternoon on a beautiful afternoon for football, or late afternoon, I should say. Dwayne Walker along with Tanitra Batiste. And I know we haven't had an opportunity to go into each of these coaches. Reginald Ruffin in his 10th season, and Chennis Berry in his really arguably his first season. Both guys have made immediate impacts in their communities, and it's such a beautiful thing to see, especially off the field.
Second down.
Absolutely. And both of these coaches talked to us earlier in the week about their commitment to not just the excellence of their players on the field, but off the field. They are both, in fact, you look at what Benedict College is able to do, and you look at Coach Berry saying he's about the A's, B's, C's, and D's, chasing those in the classroom. C's for championships and D's for chasing degrees.
All right. Second down from the 36, second and 10. Who is that? Is that Kingston Davis with the football? Beautiful carry by Davis as he scampers ahead into Benedict territory. That's a 15-yard pickup and a first down for Miles College.
Indeed, and Davis has really been the offense for Miles College so far this afternoon. You'll see right there just the direct snap and then the handoff, and Davis just looks for some daylight. His O-line has given him some room, and he gets to that second level once again on Benedict's defense.
First and 10 from the Benedict 48. That pass is complete, and it goes down to the 28-yard line. 28-yard pass play, and the football was complete to Cohen Hudson, the graduate student out of Charlotte, North Carolina.
And we're seeing that quick toss to Hudson. That's that kind of tempo that Miles is going to need to be able to get back in this game.
Credit him 19 on that play, first and 10. Parker lofts that one into the bench for Miles Colley, and wisely because he was under duress.
Yeah, that was absolutely going to be a sack for Benedict's D-line, but makes a wise choice there to just toss it, just throw it away.
C.J. Swan was in hot pursuit of Parker, and Parker did the wise thing and got rid of the football. Second down and 10 from the 29-yard line of Benedict for Miles College, moving left to right. 11:22 to play in the first half of play. Trip wide receivers to the near side of the football field. Waiting for the snap, patiently. There it is. Now they'll go to the left. It's going to be Davis, and Davis is going to be corralled by a host of Benedict Tigers, and grabbing him there literally at the feet is number 95, Lubert Danellis. He's the 6-footer out of Naples, Florida. We've heard a lot of fantastic things about him coming out of Southeastern University.
And Ayele Jeter also there to meet him because they were making sure this time Benedict College was ready for the run.
Loss of 1 on the play. Third down and 11. Parker waiting. Now he has some room. Down to the 25. He keeps the football, and he's going to, what do you call that? What do you call that when you jump off to the side? He cartwheels out of bounds. There we go.
I like it. We're going to call it a cartwheel.
We'll call it a cartwheel as we get a look at our replay.
And you take a look at what Parker's able to do there and just eludes what could have been a tackle in the backfield and a tackle for loss. He eludes the defense and is able to at least make something out of that play.
7 yards on the play, fourth down for Miles. They are 7 of 8 coming into this game on fourth down efficiency. Let's see if they can capitalize on this fourth down play at the Benedict 23. They'll option off to the right. They're giving it to Davis. Tries to stiff arm one man. He's not going to get it. He's not going to get it. Number 20 coming up from his defensive back position, Elijah Smith out of Waycross, Georgia.
Wow, and you look at the secondary for Benedict College, and those guys don't mind tackling. You see that they come up, looks like almost a face mask there by number 20, but gets away with a little face mask and was able to stuff them and get this ball turned over on downs.
Well. Benedict takes over after the fourth down stop. First down now for Benedict in their all-white unis, going from right to left. In motion comes number 81, Rashad McCain. There's a snap to Foster. Under pressure, but eludes one man. And he'll gain the 28-yard line.
Gain of 2 on the play.
2-yard pickup.
8 yards remaining.
Second down and 8.
And you look at that play and you think back to last week's game for Miles College against Albany State, and there were some missed opportunities on the field goal. But you see right here another smart play by the freshman to just keep the ball and just get a couple yards on that play.
I got to tell you, I'm really impressed early by Zay Foster's performance, showing such leadership for a freshman. Guy's getting his first start. They'll option to the right. Foster keeps the football. 40, 44-yard line. That's where he will step out of bounds, but not before gaining 16 yards on the play.
And Zay Foster, you look there once again. He had the opportunity to pass it off, but he saw the lane opening up for him, and he just takes off to the big yardage, big gains on that last play.
Big number 66, DeJuan Duncan, 6'3" offensive lineman out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He is down on the field, and they are going to see about him. And while they do that, we're going to take this time out. With our score, Benedict 14, Miles no score.
Miles College would like to say thank you.
This would be a media timeout.
For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
Georgia Power is here with a little reminder of how easy it is to save energy at home. Because it's often as simple as a twist, or as easy as a lift. It could be a little squeeze, or maybe just a pull. These small changes can make a big difference, helping you save energy for the bigger things in life. Visit GeorgiaPower.com for tips and programs to help save energy and money.
As a global bank, our game plan is to help clients manage their money. We're a team of challengers, thinkers, and go-getters. Together, we bring out the best in each other. With our partner SIAC, we're creating pathways for the next generation of talent. We're scouting bankers, advisors, techies, and yes, athletes. Kick off your career with UBS.
Welcome back to live action, ladies and gentlemen. Benedict College, they have the football. First down and 10 at their own 44-yard line. They'll hand the football off to the first man through. That's Bloodsaw, number 39. And he's going to be brought down quickly by that Miles College defense led by number 57, Jalen Thomas, the graduate out of Sylacauga, Alabama.
And you see Miles there a little bit more aggressive in terms of stopping the run, and they get him in the backfield to lose a couple yards actually on that play.
Loss of 2, it brings up second down and 12 from the 42-yard line. Foster waiting for the snap. He will option. Now he'll bring it back. And the pass is going to be picked off. Mistake there. Back the other way for Miles College. Who is that? Number 13, Trey Giles, down to the 10-yard line. So that's the turnover that the Miles College defense was looking for, but let's hold the telephone or cellular phone. There's a flag down.
And you look back there, and Zay Foster with the direct snap, and he throws, but he does not see the defender. The defender just cuts off the lane and takes this all the way back. But like you said, we got to see where that penalty marker is, what that penalty marker was thrown for.
Depending on the call here, if it sticks, it'll be a 44-yard return. Let's hear from Alan Murray.
After the change of possession and doing the return, illegal block in the back, intercepting team number 8. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Miles will keep the ball. First down.
As we get a look, you'll recall that Benedict scored their first touchdown on a play on a fake handoff, and they rifled one to Neal, their second touchdown. But on this particular play, number 13, Trey Giles, the defensive back out of Columbus, Georgia, he jumped that route and returned the football 44 yards, but unfortunately, there was an infraction on the interception return. And as a result, Miles College will have the football 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line.
Yeah, and when you're down 14-0, you hate to see those kind of penalties push you back when you're so close to the opportunity to score. But let's see what Miles is able to do on this possession.
Parker we have a new quarterback. New quarterback in the game for Miles College as they greet him rather rudely on his first play of the game.
Welcome, Octavius Griffin. Welcome.
My goodness. Or let's say Jacob Millhouse, number 16, the quarterback, the 6-footer out of Birmingham, Alabama.
Correction, yes, it is Millhouse on that play, and welcome to this game in the rudest way.
Wow. There you get a look at that replay as a host of Tigers gobble them up. There you see Jaron Kilpatrick out of Auburndale, Florida, in on that tackle. 2nd down, 10. Stuttering through there is Davis, and he's going to wrestle his way down to the 46-yard line into Tiger territory. Let's give that tackle.
And with the new quarterback coming into the game, you give the ball to Kingston Davis and let him move the chains for you.
That was an 8-yard rush into Tiger territory. 3rd down and 2 from the 46-yard line of Benedict. New quarterback. Jacob Millhouse. Waiting for the snap. High snap. He'll option. He'll keep the football. And there dragging him down is Jaron Kilpatrick, the 5'11" redshirt junior.
Millhouse stopped by Kilpatrick at about the 49-yard line.
And that's going to bring up a loss.
And such a great opportunity there, Dwayne, with that interception that could have had Miles in the low red zone, but instead they're now at midfield. There's a 3-and-out from Benedict's defense, and they get the ball right back.
So we'll have a change of possession here for Miles College. Jackson Spradlin, 5'9", 190-pound junior out of Dora, Alabama, will do the honors from the 49-yard line. Number 25 back deep, that's Taven Grice, awaiting the punt. A little trickery, and that trickery will yield a 1st down. However, there is a flag down. There is a flag down. It's laid at the 48-yard line as we get a look at that trickery. Watch this. Spradlin has it, and then he throws the football to number 17. That's Jay Andrews. And then Jay Andrews dives for what appeared to be a 1st down for Miles College, but we'll have to find out the call on the field. 5-yard pass play.
Downfield, number 40. It's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, 4th down.
They're going to replete the play. And also, we had an injured Benedict College player who they just helped off the field. It looked like number 48, I.L. Jeter. We'll check on that number for you.
And I doubt we see that trickery again, but this at least gives Miles the opportunity and Spradlin the opportunity to potentially have more space to pin Benedict deep in their own territory.
All right, so Spradlin will attempt again, this time from the 46-yard line. And it's going to be down at the 7-yard line. So that's a 47-yard punt. That's where the Benedict College Tigers will take over the football. Not only have they taken over the football, they've taken a commanding 14-point lead with 5:30 to play in the half.
This would be our TV timeout.
All eyes are on the Western Division as the champion will earn the chance to host the annual SIAC Football Championship on November 13th. Fans visit www.thesiac.com for official conference and championship gear. First down and 10 for Benedict College at their own 8-yard line. Omarion Coleman with it. He'll get up past the 10-yard line, maybe the 12. Let's give him 4 yards on that carry.
Gain of about 4 on the play.
Second down and 6. So, ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your set. That is the correct score. Benedict College leading Miles 14-0 to Nietzsche. Is this a bit of a surprise to you?
It is a little bit of a surprise. I expected Miles to come out a little crisper and cleaner, but Zay Foster, the freshman, is the one who's really dominating this game and really dictating this game along with Omarion Coleman.
Second down and 6 from the 12-yard line. Foster rolls out to his left, and he will complete the football at the 14-yard line to number 85. That's Stephen Campbell, the 6'4" out of Fountain Hill. 1-yard pickup. Third and 5. And let's see if Benedict tries to work this clock here. Trip wide receivers to the far side of the football field, off to Foster's right. He now looks, checks off to the right, making sure everybody's lined up. Foster waiting patiently. Here comes the snap. Foster looking right, now looking left. Under pressure, he's going to run with the football. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and bumped out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Well, oh, well, oh, well. 29-yard rush, and there's a flag to boot at the end of that play.
And for a freshman, you just got to love his eyes, and you got to love his quick thinking. So Foster sees that all of his receivers are covered downfield, so he just takes off. A couple missed tackles on that play, and he's down the field. But we'll see what this penalty is and whether or not this comes back.
Man, oh, man. Again, I can't say enough about this performance of Zay Foster, the 5'11" out of Roebuck, South Carolina. Hello, Roebuck.
During the run, holding, offense,
Oh, man.
After the first hit, first down.
And you hate to see that Chris Williams, the wide receiver for Benedict, with the hold on that play to spring Foster. So, of course, that's coming back.
So they'll mark it at the 35-yard line. So net result, a 22-yard gain. All right, so here we go. This Benedict College offense, they have the football. First down and 10 at their own 35. Dwayne Walker, Tanitra Batiste bringing you the call from Miles College. 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the half. 14-0 our score. Foster, he'll give it to Coleman, and Coleman stays on his feet. I thought he was going to go down, but he fights his way, or at least tries to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Number 46 on the tackle, that's Andrew Gaylor, the 6'-inch linebacker out of Dora, Alabama.
And you see Coleman right there as Foster takes the direct snap, and Coleman just kind of bounces back off of his old lineman. But like you said, Dwayne, he was able to keep his feet and at least not lose yards on that play.
No gain, second down and 10 from the 35. Twin receivers to the bottom of the formation, and now in motion comes number 82, Eddie Neal. And now there's going to be a timeout for Chennis Berry and the Benedict College Tigers. All roads lead to Rock Hill for the 2021 SIAC Volleyball Championship from November 15th through the 18th. Follow the SIAC on social media at the SIAC for full coverage of the tournament. Also, I'm delighted to pass along details of the UBS SIAC partnership, which has been specifically constructed to invest in students attending SIAC's 15 colleges and universities across 6 states. The initiative will focus on delivering a financial literacy and wellness curriculum to SIAC students and to introduce students to the opportunities available to them in the financial services industry. Students will also gain to UBS's recruiting and development programs, including UBS's Tomorrow's Talent Program, a virtual accelerator aimed at increasing college and career success for diverse college students. Speaking of diversity, that's exactly what the Benedict College offense has been displaying this first half of play. They lead it by a score of 14-0, and they have the football, second down and 10 from their own 35. It's going to be pitched out to Taven, up to the 45-50 into Miles College territory. So again, they continue to churn up the offense. 17-yard rush by number 25, Taven Grice, the freshman out of Lake Charles, Louisiana.
And Taven Grice getting a critical block on that play from Amari and Coleman to spring him for the extra yards. Speaking
of Coleman, he's in the backfield just off to the right of Foster. Benedict College has it first and 10 at the Miles College 47. Taven in motion. He will get the sweep, sweeping right, 45-40, and he's going to be chopped down to size at the 38-yard line. But who took the brunt of that, as number 38 is still wallowing on the ground, and that's number 38, James Sawyer, the sophomore out of Fairfield, Alabama, here in town, and he's going to need some medical attention.
So injury timeout.
And while they take this look, this injury break, we'll keep it right here and just let everyone know that Academy Sports is the official sporting goods and outdoor retailer of the SIAC. This partnership was constructed to build meaningful community initiatives with a focus on grassroots programming that includes youth outreach and mentorship programs. The new partnership provides Academy an opportunity to elevate the HBCU experience and exposure to a passionate SIAC fan base that is located in established markets. We invite our viewers to stick around for the upcoming halftime show, which will feature fantastic performances from Benedict Band of Distinction, followed by the Miles Purple Marching Machine. So we invite you to stick around for that.
And I'm definitely here for it, Dwayne. There's nothing like the pageantry of homecoming at an HBCU. And, of course, we see there that unfortunately James Sawyer is being taken off the field with some help. Hopefully he'll be okay, but...
And he's limping off, and it'll take him a minute to get to the other side. And I know Coach Reginald Ruffin has some concern there. Both of these coaches, they do such a tremendous job in the community. And I know, speaking of which, Coach Ruffin, coming up in the summer, Miles College and the Alabama Minority Coaches Association, they will be hosting a football camp at Miles College during this upcoming summer. It gives HBCU players an opportunity to try to make it to that next level. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Benedict College with the football. 2nd and 1. Foster fakes the handoff to Coleman. Going long, he's got a receiver, and it's going to be just out of the reach of the intended receiver on the play, number 9, Christopher Williams. No, not that Christopher Williams.
And you see there Foster with plenty of time to set, launches that ball deep, but it's just out of the hands of his favorite receiver, Chris Williams.
Christopher Williams, the 6'4" out of Gainesville, Florida. It's 3rd down and 1 from the 38-yard line of Miles College, and now we've got some confusion, and Chennis Berry is going to call a timeout. So Benedict uses up their final timeout of the half. As you see, Christopher Williams not able to run under that football.
And you look at that play, and Markel Shelton got to Zay Foster right as he was releasing that pass. So maybe that ball was thrown just a hair early, which was why they weren't able to connect on that pass.
And I know, Tanisha, we were talking to coaches earlier, talk about what impact they've made on the community. Chennis Berry, in his first year, he has the slogan, "Go Tigers," for his Benedict Tigers faithful. You know, he actually had a football camp in which they had over 200 kids attend. I mean, a prospects camp, that's tremendous. And they're looking to actually up that amount to maybe 250 this upcoming summer in June when they hold it again on the Benedict College football campus.
Yeah, and this is kind of a hotbed because earlier this year as well, there was an HBCU combine where I was able to see some of these players from Miles and Benedict, like you said, just to give them the opportunity to present their case for making it to the next level.
3rd down and 1. Let's see if the Tigers offense can get to another level. There's OC, Omarion Coleman, and he has enough for another Benedict Tigers College first down.
5-yard line, first down, Tiger.
They are just controlling all aspects of this game, aside from a miscue by Zay Foster, an interception that was returned 44 yards, but then taken back a bit by Trey Giles. Other than that, he's played a pretty flawless football game.
Yeah, and you look at the fact that Benedict is able to use their run to set up the pass, not afraid to throw the long ball, not afraid to take it on the RPO as well.
Foster with it, and he's going to be stacked up and brought down. But he gained 4 yards on the play. And let's give him 2nd and 7. Let's adjust that. Let's say 3 yards as we get a look at the replay.
And this is going to be critical. You see here some motion there on the offense, but the defense was a little bit prepared for it. But Zay Foster is just that elusive to somehow, with that play that could have been a loss in the backfield, he was able to get a couple yards on it.
Brought down on that play by number 94. That's Kenai McCoy. 2nd down, 7. Foster going for it, looking for Campbell. Campbell readjusts, and a jump ball situation as it was intended for number 25, Taven Grice. But he was covered quite nicely on the play by number 5, Mitchell Smiley.
Yeah, that was tight coverage by the former linebacker turned strong safety right there. Almost a little bit of contact that was on the borderline of a PI, but a good play nonetheless that forces the 3rd and 7.
I love the aggressive nature of Mitchell Smiley, the former linebackers you mentioned before. He actually leads this club in interceptions with 2 on the season.
Let's support the defense. It's 3rd down.
Just 29 seconds to play in the first half. 3rd down and 7 from the 32-yard line of Miles for Benedict. Foster steps up in the pocket, has room to run if he decides, but he'll launch the football towards the end zone, and it's going to be marked incomplete. They were trying to negotiate an interference call down there to no doing as number 19, Tessian Presley, the intended receiver.
Yeah, no flag on that play, and Foster steps up in the pocket and releases that ball, and for Miles College, you're absolutely get away with a little something there by Rodney Coleman. But it's important that they do, because you'd rather go into halftime down 17-0 versus maybe 21.
You got it. Number 61, Rigoberto Tinoco, will attempt a 49-yard field goal. There's the snap, there's the hold, there's the kick. It's on its way, but it's going to be blown down, and it was actually good as it ricochets off of the goalpost.
Delay game, offense, 5-yard penalty from previous spot, remains 4th down.
Might be a little gift to Miles College right before halftime.
Maybe. So after the penalty, they'll move him back, and a 49-yard field goal will turn into a 54-yard field goal if they attempt it. But will they? That's the question. Make sure you stick around for our halftime performances. Both bands will get at it. The Benedict Band of Distinction, followed by the Miles Purple Marching Machine. So 4th down and 13, and the Benedict Tigers decide to go for it. Foster in the pocket. Now he'll roll out of the pocket. Miles College begging for a holding call. Foster throws the football wisely out of bounds.
Pass is incomplete. Flag on the play.
And there is a flag on the play. We may have an intentional grounding or a hold. Just a matter of... Go ahead, Tanisha.
What
Excuse
I like
me.
about that, Dwayne, is the fact that Benedict College, even with less than 10 seconds on the clock, are able to be aggressive in this case, but let's see what the call is on the field.
Holding, offense number 72. That penalty is declined. The ball is on downs. Miles ball, 1st down.
And you'll see there the right tackle, Anthony Crowley, with the hold. But again, I like the call because it's aggressive, and you really don't have anything to lose with 10 seconds left in the half, and you're up 14-0.
If they had done that a play earlier than that, it would have brought up a 4th down. They would have ran 10 seconds off the clock, and we would be at halftime right now. All right, so Miles College, they have it 1st out and 10 at their own 38-yard line. They'll hand the football off to Keys, number 30, off to the left, and he's going to be dragged down, and not nicely, I might add. And the flag comes down as Smith brought him down, but may have also caused the penalty.
Yeah, it looks like a horse collar on that play. Let's see. So you see number 30 getting out to the sideline, and you see him getting slowed down a little bit there.
Personal foul, horse collar. Defense.
You were right on it, Tanisha.
15-yard penalty added to the end of the run. Automatic, 1st down.
Now, when we talk about the aggressiveness of Benedict College's offense, let's see what Miles is going to do with this last play before the 1st half.
Listen, this is the 2-time defending SIAC champions. It would not surprise me if they score here. That's how potent these guys are. They are back-to-back champions, so you can't count them out. Let's just see how it plays out. 2.2 seconds remaining in the half. Miles College has it 1st and 10 at Benedict's 38-yard line. And now Miles College will utilize their 3rd and final timeout of this second stanza. All right, so check this out. I know we talked about Coach Chenisberry and what they're doing over there with Benedict College and Coach Reginald Ruffin on the Miles College side. We'd be remiss if we didn't talk about October being Breast Cancer Month. And sadly, Coach Reginald Ruffin lost his wife 4 years ago after 17 years of marriage to breast cancer. And I know it's a very important subject to him.
Yeah, absolutely. And this community, this Fairfield community, has rallied around him with his young children, including Gabe Ruffin, who, of course, is a part of the Miles College team. But, yeah, when we spoke to Coach Ruffin about that, he spoke lovingly of his wife and just such a supporter for breast cancer awareness. And for myself as a breast cancer survivor, certainly it means a lot to me that he sees the importance of the awareness there, especially with the loss that he had 4 years ago.
All right, this may be the last play, and the official has his arm out. Let's see. Here we go. Final play of the quarter, 2 seconds left. They're going to, Millhouse tosses the football. It's going to be picked up by Kilpatrick, number 0. Back the other way he comes, 20, 25, 30, 35, and he's tripped up at the 40-yard line. And that is how the first half is going to end. There you see the pick by Kilpatrick, and he returned that football 27 yards, but we're at the half with our score. Benedict College 14, Miles College Golden Bears no score. When we come back, we'll have both bands, performances from the Benedict Band of Distinction as well as the Miles Purple Marching Machine.
to witness is nothing short of breathtaking, smooth, sensational, captivating, and breathtaking ladies of sweet sensation under the direction of Shereen Nelson as they perform the Britney Spears released in 2008.
Nah, the lady one closer. Lady one closer. 45. I
Give it
had
up one
it
more
at
time for
5,
Sweet
but I
Sensation.
just put it on 45. Yeah. Yeah, I just did.
Before we end this ultimate halftime experience, we want to show you how the BOD gets it in. Of course, we got to do a little bit of that straightening by the Migos. And of course, Whoa by Lil Baby. And She Makes It Clap by Soulja Boy. And Ball, If I Want To, by The Baby. Please understand, we can't help it that we are the number one Division II band in the SIAC.
Good.
Color difference.
I mean,
Once again, the Benedict College Marching Tiger Band of Distinction. The Band of Distinction is under the direction of Mr. H. Wade Johnson, Assistant Band Director, Ronald T. Green, Percussion Coordinator, Tariq Foster, Artillery Coordinator, Sheree Nelson, Divine Silk Instructor, Shakira Williams, and the entire support staff. And I go by the name of P. Stretch, of course, Stretch is nothing but distinction. Same color, different sound. Thank you, Miles. It ain't too hard for us to jam. Let's go, Peter. We have a great show lined up for you today. Relax and enjoy. It's now time for the Royal Court. Would you please stand to your feet? National Miss Alumni, Miss Ebony Hill, escorted by Joe Young. Local Miss Alumni, Miss Lorraine Ward, escorted by John Detcher. College Student Government Association. Student Government Association President, Miss Kristen Lawrence. SGA Vice President, Kevin Keys III. Secretary of Student Activities, Desmond Austin. Secretary of Finance, Brianna Davis. Secretary of Residence Life, Jakira Miller. Secretary of Community Relations, Joshua Beasley. Secretary of Academic and Auxiliary, Velma Well. Chief of Staff, Quentin Darby. The first, Mr. Miles College, Jared Ross. And now, the presentation of Miles College Royal Court. Miss Freshman, Princess Alexis Dover, escorted by Royal Gentleman, Troy Green. Miss Sophomore, Princess Naomi Callahan, escorted by Royal Gentleman, Raheem Montgomery. Miss Junior, Princess Johnny V. Cummings, escorted by Royal Gentleman, Raekwon Bonner. Miss Senior, Princess
Yulander K. Stanton. Escorted by Royal Gentleman Antonio Evans. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021 Miss Miles College. Naya Amani Williams. Major Criminal Justice, hometown Memphis, Tennessee. And now the second, Mr. Miles College, Rico C. Jr. Major Mass Communications, hometown Nashville, Tennessee. And now, please remain standing. It's Miles College, alma mater, directed by Director of Bands, Professor Willie J. Snipes, Jr.
To you by our presenting sponsor, Alabama Power. We'd like to also thank these sponsors for their generous support of Golden Bears Athletics. Phillips Party, Johnson Memorial Funeral Home, State Farm Agent, Twin Cities, TNT Fireworks, Complete Feed, the UPS Store and Solutions, Coca-Cola United of Birmingham, News Sports, ADT, St. Vincent Health System, a part of Ascension, Andrew Sports Medicine. Once again, thank you to these sponsors for their support of Miles College Athletics.
Pick with his aerial game, but Foster was way more lethal on the ground. 10 carries for 88 yards and a touchdown. And of course, Omarion Coleman put in some work on the ground for the Tigers as well. And then the Tigers defense, they were able to hold Miles to just 72 yards rushing, and they held the Golden Bears to just 42 yards passing. So really, it was a game that surprisingly was dominated by Benedict College in the first half.
Quick scoring recap. Benedict got it started in the first quarter. Zay Foster's 6-yard run, quarterback keeper, to put Benedict College up 7-0. And then in the following quarter, Foster to Eddie Neal on an 11-yard hookup. And that's where we stand, 14-0, as we are moments away from third quarter action. Still a gorgeous evening for football. Homecoming weekend here at Miles College. As you saw, the halftime festivities, just beautiful. Both bands were tremendous as well. The Benedict Band of Distinction and the Miles Purple Marching Machine.
Absolutely. That halftime entertainment is just always amazing for me. It kind of takes me back. I don't know about you, Dwayne, but it takes me back to my college days when I see the dancers and the band just absolutely put on a show for both schools.
Jackson Spradlin tees it up, and the second half is underway. Taken there by Tavian at the 7-yard line, up to the 20, 25, 30, and he's going to be tackled at the 33-yard line. 26 yards on that return by number 25. That's Tavian Grice.
And I see, Dwayne, we have a player down on the field on our first play of the second half. One of the Golden Bears is down at about the 25-yard line.
And I got to tell you, Tanisha, injuries have been such an ordeal for both of these clubs. I mean, for example, today, freshman Omarion Coleman got the start for Benedict because of an injury to their regular guy. And then you look on the other side, for Miles College, their main gun was out as well.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. For Benedict College, Eric Phoenix was banged up last week at the quarterback position, so they certainly are feeling it. And then you look at the fact that Darius Villani's back, but he was out last week hurt, and Jaden McLeod's hurt. So, yeah, a lot of on both sides of the ball, and for both teams, you're seeing a lot of injury at this point in the season.
The big gunner for Miles College that was out at running back, Dante Edwards. And there you're going to look for Miles, number 87, getting to his feet, Anderson Aldridge, the 6'3" tight end out of Rock Hills, South Carolina, as the staff, they help him off of the field. There's a timeout on the field with 14 minutes, 54 seconds, second half just underway. Benedict leads it 14-0.
All the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to get what you need and have fun out there. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store.
Benedict College has the football at their own 35-yard line. They are moving right to left in this second half. Benedict College dressed in their white uniforms, dark numerals. Miles College in their home purple with white numerals. It's a second down situation. Second down at the 35-yard line. 2nd and 7. In motion comes Taven. They give it to Coleman, the second man through, and he's going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage. And he was brought down for Miles. Kadarian Jones there, number 45. Then you can look at him on your screen. Kadarian Jones, sophomore out of Donaldsville, Louisiana. It brings up a 3rd down and 6 situation for Zay Foster and this Benedict College Tigers offense. They're taking their sweet time. Twin receivers to the left and right of the formation. Coleman off to Foster's right. There's the snap. Foster in the pocket. He throws looking for Taven. Incomplete. Just off of his right hand. And he was covered on that play by number 5, Mitchell Smiley.
And Mitchell Smiley making his presence felt on that opening drive of the second half. And that's what you want to see from the Miles College defense. You want to see a 3 and out. And there's Zay Foster with a nice pass, but you'll see there maybe just a hair overthrown and out of bounds. But again, that 3rd and out, that 3 and out is critical for that Miles defense to get off the field and see if maybe their offense can get a little something going in the second half.
4th down, punting situation. And that's going to be a very short effort by Eubanks. Ooh, not his best effort. And depending on where they mark that football, looks like they're going to mark it at the 50-yard line. So that's a 14-yard punt. Let's count it up. Yeah, from the 36-yard line. And unfortunately for him, he shanked that one off of his foot. And it managed to go only 14 yards.
And that's one of those where you can see Miles' special teams putting pressure on him so that he gets that kickoff just a little early. And then it has a little bit of a Miles bounce, so let's see what they can do with just half the field to go.
1st down and 10 at midfield. Now the Golden Bears moving from left to right as the sun sets off to the west. That handoff, it went to Keys, number 30. Correction, number 3. That's Bilon. Bilon on that carry. No, wait a minute. Excuse me. I am correction on that. Is that number 3 Dante Edwards in the lineup for Miles College? That is Dante Edwards. Correction on that carry. So the regular starter, who we did not see in the first half of play, is in the game now for Miles College. On the quarterback keeper is number 16. That's Jacob Milhouse, who took over for Parker. He is in the ball game now. And on that quarterback keeper, he gains 11 yards on that keeper. So Coach Reginald Ruffin is doing what he feels necessary to get back in this ball game. Edwards on the carry. And he gets down to the 34-yard line, so a minimal gain. However, you got to think that this offense is going to be charged up because of his presence.
Right, and Dante Edwards a little bit more potent on the ground than Kingston Davis, averaging about 5.4 yards a carry, and that could be the spark that the Golden Bears need.
He has over 500 yards or creeping towards the 500-yard mark for the season. Speaking of which, play action. They throw to the far side. That football is complete to Lodge. Number 80. Lodge on that reception. And close to a first down. We'll credit Milhouse with a 9-yard pass play. It will bring up 3rd down and 1.
And you get a couple of solid runs from Edwards, and then you're able to let that run set up the pass for you. Just a little quick throw to the flat. And Marcus Lodge gets out there and helps the Golden Bears move the chains.
3rd down and 1, free play for Miles. They'll throw to the end zone. Milhouse looking for West. West goes up. West comes down with it for a touchdown. A Miles College touchdown. Jay Andrews, the 6-foot freshman receiver from Birmingham, Alabama.
And up to now, Dwayne, Jay Andrews has been pretty quiet for the Golden Bears, but on a critical play where they needed to take advantage of excellent field position, they were able to do so. It was a free play, so you're able to get Millwood to toss it down, and then it's a jump ball, and Jay Andrews wins the ball. And sometimes it's just about who wants it more, and it looks like on that play, it was Andrews.
There is a flag down behind the play as well as an injured player. Number 50, a little banged up, Wendell Bing got banged on that play right there, and he's down on the turf as Edwards picked him up on the block in protecting Millhouse, the quarterback. Alan Murray will give us his call in just a few moments. All right, here we go.
Offside. The result of the play is a touchdown. Offside. Defense number 50. That penalty is declined. After the score, unsportsmanlike conduct costing Miles Finch. That 15-yard penalty being forced on the kickoff.
All right, so there you hear it from Alan Murray letting you know the deal. Watch Dante Edwards pick him up right here and to protect the quarterback right there. And what a job by Andrews to go up and grab that football. He just wanted it more, as you mentioned. He went up for it, along with number 4, Fern Romero. And Andrews won that battle. Spradlin comes in to kick the extra point attempt. And the two-time defending Miles College Golden Bears, they're on the scoreboard with 11 minutes and 3 seconds to play. Benedict College leads at 14-7, but the Golden Bears have the momentum. And welcome back, everybody, with our score. Miles College getting on the scoreboard, posting us 7 points. Benedict leads at 14-7.
Jackson Spradlin now to kick off for the
after that 26-yard touchdown reception. Millhouse to Jay Andrews. There's an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty assessed against Miles College, which backs them up 15 yards. So Spradlin will kick off from the 20. And it's going to be kicked out of bounds. And Benedict should have the football at the 45-yard line, if I'm not mistaken, to start their drive. Let's see, will they mark it because the football was kicked out of bounds.
And now we've got a flag on the play.
Alan Murray will give us his call with the white cap. And if I'm not mistaken, also...
Bounds. Kicking team. 5-yard penalty. Excuse me. The ball be placed on the 50-yard line. First down.
Okay, the 50, excuse me.
And that's one of those costly penalties, Dwayne, that goes back to the last play, the last drive, where you're literally pushed back in terms of where you're starting to kick the ball off, and now you've got a 5-yard penalty on the kickoff. So you're giving Benedict that much shorter of a field to work with as you were just now gaining the momentum.
All right, so they've been moved back now. Benedict College, let's see if they can take advantage of this opportunity. First down and 10 at midfield, working right to left. Foster's your quarterback. In motion is Phil Young. They'll option right. Phil on with the carry. No gain. He's going to be swarmed under by that Miles College defense, led by number 14, Cameron Sneed, on that tackle, the redshirt junior out of Macon, Georgia.
On the play, it's second down.
And you look at that play, and you're really seeing the Golden Bears start to figure out slowly but surely this Benedict offense, especially on the ground game. So let's see where they go on this second down.
88 yards rushing in that first half of play for Zay Foster, the quarterback. He's wearing number 14. Foster, fake handoff. He'll throw to the near side of the field. It's going to be complete. And into Miles College territory is Eddie Neal, number 82, who caught the first touchdown in the second quarter for Benedict to put them up 14-0.
And that's one where he's just able to keep his feet, which is good because with Neal keeping his feet, that actually allows that to be third and manageable for the Tigers.
Third down and 6 from the Miles 46-yard line. Benedict has been potent in Miles College territory, 2 for 2 in the red zone tonight. Foster under duress. Now he spins out. Looked a little like Fran Tarkenton there. Throws across field, and it's complete to number 19, Tayshawn Presley. So Presley comes down with a reception, but there is a penalty on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense number 49. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot. Automatic. First down.
And that's a tough one because Zay Foster spins out of a would-be tackle, gets the ball to his receiver, and they're able to already convert.
That penalty will be added to the end of the run.
And that, of course, is added to the end of the reception, and that was quite a blow from Kadarius Roberts. So you're literally giving Benedict the opportunity to now, they're already in field goal range.
Foster to Presley, and Foster was temporarily all shook up. First down and 10 for Benedict at the Miles College 23-yard line. There's the motion, there's the snap. They'll throw backside. It is complete, and immediately brought down on the play is Jalen Taylor, number 28. How about Andrew Gaylor from his linebacking position, the sophomore out of Dora, Alabama, coming up with that stop?
Yeah, and even though Foster throws to his check down receiver, that's one of those where you got to get rid of it quickly, so you appreciate the fact that Foster is able to think quickly on that. When he sees the pressure coming, dumps it off to his receiver, and he's able to at least salvage something on that play.
Loss of 2, second down and 12. Football resting at the 25-yard line. Triple motion to the right side of the set. Foster, now to Taylor. Taylor sweeping right, down to the 20, 15-yard line. And there's a quick hitter for 10 yards. And close to a first down.
And you see just the quick toss there. The O-line, tight ends, everybody pulling right, but giving just enough of a window to, like you said, get a third down and very manageable for the Tigers.
Mitchell Spiley, number 5, made that tackle from his safety position. 8 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 8 minutes and some change. Dwayne Walker, Tanitra Batiste. We're here at Miles College, and we have some movement on the offense, and this should move them back 5 yards.
Before the snap, false start, offense number 82, 5-yard penalty remains Third down.
Neal was bent over and unfortunately for him moved. And those are the type of errors you want to avoid. And now it will be 3rd and 8 from the 21. Motion again by number 81, Rashad McClain and Eddie Neal. Foster throws to a wide open Coleman. Coleman out of the 10. He spins down to the 7-yard line before being brought down on that play. Number 8 on that tackle, Darius Brown.
And that's a great bailout play and a great call from the Tigers just in terms of being able to move the chain. Again, Eric Highsmith not afraid to take advantage of what his quarterback is able to do and what the Miles College defense is able to give them.
21-yard pass play. Give Summerall credit on that tackle as well. But 1st and goal from the 7-yard line for Benedict. There's some motion action. Foster on the quarterback keeper. Foster down to the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown! Touchdown! Zay Foster!
If it stands, there's a penalty on that play.
Well, let's hold the phone again and see what the call is. So watch here. They fake option right. Foster elects to keep the football. Let's see if we, depending on who that flag, it might be a hold. Yeah.
Number 57. 3-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay, 2nd down.
And you could see the holding action. You see where that flag came from the back judge. When the back judge throws the flag, you're almost automatic to get a hold. Watch the back judge back there. Watch him go reach to his pocket. Watch, he's frozen right there. Watch him grabbing on that pocket right there. Whoop! That's what he's got.
And Brian McNeil costing Benedict a touchdown on that play.
So we'll hold the phone, move it back, and it's 1st and goal from the 17-yard line after the 10-yard penalty. In motion comes McCain. Foster will hand it off to number 28. That's Jalen Taylor, the freshman out of Carver Ranches, Florida. Gaylor on that stop for the Miles College Golden Bears. Second and goal from the 15 now. 2-yard pickup.
And this is where the Golden Bears are starting to get some penetration and almost actually got that tackle in the backfield. So let's see what happens here on 3rd down.
Check that 2nd down and goal.
Or 2nd down, rather.
Foster being chased. Ooh, what a move as he eludes one man. Now he throws across his body. I don't see a receiver there. Is he outside the tackle? Yeah. It falls innocently incomplete. The officials are gathering around. Let's see if they slide a flag out of their pocket. Let's see.
There's no foul for intentional grounding. The quarterback was outside the pocket.
You can see he just got that ball off just outside of the pocket to avoid getting that penalty and loss of down.
3rd down and goal here. 3rd and goal from the 14-yard line. Omarion Coleman is in the backfield just to the right of the quarterback. Number 14, Zay Foster, getting his first career start this afternoon. Waiting for the snap. He has it. Straight back. He fires towards the end zone. The football is just too high, and it's going to bring down a 4th down and situation. Intended for number 25, Taven Grice, but just out of his reach.
And what you like about that in that man coverage, you see Foster try to throw it on the back shoulder of his receiver, but just a little bit too far. But also, you see that Miles defense being able to affect Foster to get that ball off just a hair too soon.
Tinoco in for Benedict, attempting a 31-yard field goal. The snap, the hold, the kick is on its way, and the kick is through the uprights. So there it is, 31-yard field goal by Tinoco. And with 5 minutes and 38 seconds to play, the Benedict Tigers with a surprising the newest members of our league. These two teams will battle it out at the end of the season, while the SIAC championship game between East and West, who will be serving as this year's host, And you can catch both of those games on Saturday, November 13th, live on ESPN Plus and ESPN3, respectively. Be sure to check your ESPN cable.
Absolutely amazing out here. Just as the sun goes down, just a beautiful scene here. And also a beautiful thing on that last drive for the Golden Bears because they were able to hold Benedict to a field goal.
A 31-yard field goal by Tanoko to put Benedict up 17-7. Tanoko will kick off, and there it is. It's going to be taken at the 9-yard line. That's Robinson up to the 30, 35, 40, and up to the 42-yard line. And now there's a little bit of a scrum as number 11 on that return. That's LaAnthony Robinson.
And that's a name we hope to hear more of. He's been a little bit quiet this afternoon. He was out for a couple of games due to injury, back for Miles, so hopefully he'll be able to give them a boost as well.
Yes. And Robinson on that return, a 35-yard return, donning some pink in his uniform as we celebrate Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yeah, it's an absolutely beautiful thing to see. And you see a lot of pink here in and around Sloan Alumni Stadium here in Fairfield, Alabama. So just good to support breast cancer awareness, and let's kick cancer's butt.
You got it. First down and 10, and that football is going to be intercepted. Number 20, that's Smith back at the football, and Smith with the pick. A pick Smith, if you will. So Millhouse throws that INT, and it's going to be a turnover.
And Dwayne, that's a mistake that the Golden Bears could ill afford. Again, the defense held the Tigers to a field goal on that last possession. This is a great opportunity for Miles midfield, and yet number 20 right there, midfield, waiting, read the quarterback's eyes the entire way. Millwood throws the interception, and now it's right back to Benedict at midfield.
Aloahu Smith, his first interception of the season. He's out of Waycross, Georgia. It gives Benedict College a first down and 10 at the Miles College 49-yard line. There's the snap to Foster, and he'll give it to Coleman, and Coleman will burrow his way down to the 48-yard line. Small gain on the play. Maybe 2, 2nd and 8.
Gain of about 2 on the play. It's 2nd down.
Benedict College, they look over to that sideline. And you got to give Benedict College credit. That offensive unit, they're getting the job done this early evening. Rolling out, Foster throwing towards the 11-yard line, and that is going to be a drop. Number 9, Christopher Williams, could not come up with the football.
And boy, oh boy, Zay Foster rolls out, and he sees his guy all the way streaking down the sideline. And that's one of those where, Dwayne, if Chris Williams III was able to haul that in, boy.
It was a perfect football. I mean, it was very nicely placed, and it was just a drop, point blank.
Yeah, it's where you want it, right on the back shoulder of your receiver, and just off the fingertips of Chris Williams.
He's got to come up with that football. Nonetheless, it brings up a third down situation, 3rd down and 8 from the 47-yard line of Miles. Waiting for the snap is Foster. He's got it in his grasp. He's looking, and he's going to be sacked. Sacked on that play by number 36 for Miles. That's Marquell Shelton. And on the season, that's his 3rd quarterback sack to go along with 2 tackles for loss.
And this is exactly what you needed to see from Miles College. You needed to see the Golden Bears confuse and stuff Zay Foster and potentially get that ball right back. So at least on that turnover from the previous possession, no harm, no foul, and right back into Miles' hands, and hopefully their offense will be able to do something with the ball.
8-yard loss, and then you got to look at a smiling face. And here comes the punt. Let's see what they're going to mark it at the 29-yard line, 28-yard line. That's just a 26-yard punt.
26 yards on the punt.
And that's where
ball will be placed there. First
Miles will take that football over, looking to get some momentum here, Tanitra.
Yeah, and another favorable bounce for Miles. So that's some decent field position for them. Hopefully they've shaken off what happened on that last possession with that interception, and Millwood's able to drive this Miles offense down the field.
All right, so here we go. Let me see if I'm getting a number. Is that 16 or 18? From our vantage point, want to double check.
It looks like an 8, so maybe that's Octavius Griffin in the game.
New quarterback.
Right.
See, my eyes do not beseech me. On that carry, number 20, Kingston Davis. Davis rushes the football up to the 31-yard line.
31 on a 3-yard carry.
3-yard pickup, second down and 7. Tanitra, I'm proud of myself on that one, being able to see that far.
Oh, I am loving that you were able to see that. I'm admiring that from a distance. Good eyes, Wayne. Good eyes.
Second down and 7 for Miles College, moving left to right. Griffin, it's tipped, it's up in the air. And wisely, I think smacked down by Marcus Lodge, number 80. I think he had the presence of mind of at least knocking that football down so no one could catch it.
And that's what you want to see from Lodge. You want to see that kind of heads-up play because, again, you now got Octavius Griffin in the game, and he gets the direct snap, and he's tossing it, and right there is a tip ball, and just off the hands of Benedict College, but it's really about Lodge batting that ball down at the right moment.
Smart. Triple wide receiver set to the near side of the football field. Third down and 7. Griffin being chased off to the right. He'll throw the football down the field. Incomplete pass.
Incomplete.
And it'll bring up a fourth down situation. He tried to connect with number 87 on that route, Orlando Doss, the sophomore out of Mobile, Alabama.
And on that direct snap, Griffin really with a nice roll out there, but boy, the Tiger defense on the pursuit, and then he just has to toss it and kind of throw it away.
What I am loving about this for Miles College is that their head coach, Reginald Ruffin, he's going to do whatever it takes. We've seen 3 quarterbacks so far in this contest for Miles College.
And we've also seen moves at running back as well, changes at the running back.
All right, back deep, Taven Grice. Now we have a penalty.
Delay game, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains 4th down.
Ooh, so they're going to move him back.
And that could be a costly penalty because really we've not seen from the punters on both sides, on both teams, long punts and really lengthening the field for their offenses. So we'll see if that has any effect for Miles College.
All right, Spradlin doing the punting. It's going to take a bounce, a Miles College bounce. That's going to be a 50-yard punt right there.
And actually, that was Jay Fitch on that punt, so he really got a lot of good hang time and got a nice bounce for the Golden Bears. So kind of pins Benedict back a little bit. They're going to have to go a little further, not quite the length of the field, but
nice job by Fitch. Had an opportunity to talk to the young man before today's game and had some a real cool conversation that I'll share a little bit later in the broadcast. So after that 50-yard effort, it'll be first down and 10 for Benedict from their own 24. And now we hear a whistle. And let's see what Alan Murray has.
False start. Offense, number 85. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Tanisha, while we have this break, I've got to say, while the sun has gone down and you see the backdrop and the stadium, this is one of the most beautiful scenes I've seen on an HBCU campus as far as a football contest is concerned. This is incredible.
Yeah, this is an absolutely beautiful campus. It's my first time having the opportunity to be on Miles campus, and it's been amazing.
All right, here we go on that first down and 15 carry. That's number 39 on that carry. Daquan Bloodsaw, the running back out of Sanderville, 5 foot 10 inches. Smiley came up from his safety position to make that tackle and to run him down along the sideline.
But he was able to at least elude the defender on the first level and still get some yards on that first down. Get some of those yards that they lost to penalty.
Second down forthcoming. 2nd and 5 from the 30. Double tight end motion to the right side of the formation. Foster waiting for the snap. He'll get it. Bloodsaw again. Bloodsaw down. See Bloodsaw, down Bloodsaw.
The ball carrier.
Let's credit number 9 with that tackle. Who are they giving? They're going to say Jones. I got Nick Floyd on that tackle. Number 9 right there.
And the motion from the tight ends gave the running back a little room to work with. But again, Golden Bears ready for that and getting the tackle to force a bit of a 3rd and long.
Well, 3rd and maybe a long one or short one, depending how you look at it.
Right.
They're going to give the football to Coleman. Coleman's got the first down as he eludes one man, gets across 35, and stumbles and bumbles his way to the 39. However, there's a flag down at the 32-yard line.
On the carry, there is a flag on the play.
And depending on who threw it, that'll give you a good indication of what the call is. Might have been a hold by the tight end, number 81.
Holding. Offense, number 81. 10-yard penalty for spot of the foul. Remains 3rd down.
Tanitra, that's 2 in the same quarter.
Yeah, and that's one of those situations where, like you said, depending on how you look at it, could be a 3rd short one, 3rd and long one. Now it's a true 3rd and long.
Right. I meant 2 for me because I said it was number 81 that made the penalty. Come on, Tanitra. You got to keep up with it. You know broken clocks right twice a day, so I got to get credit for that right there.
Shout out to Dwayne on that one, everybody.
Third down and 11 for Benedict College. Let's see what they can do here. Foster looks to the sideline to get the play from their offensive coordinator, McCander. Dia
But
Dunning.
the pre-snap penalty.
Yeah, it's killing them.
Remains 3rd down.
You know, and Coach Janice Berry talks about his club being disciplined. Not showing discipline there because they've had a couple of self-inflicted penalties that's hurting your program.
Yeah, and that's one of those where we're now in a 3rd and feels like forever. And if they don't convert on this, you give this ball back to Miles College and they could potentially score.
We're under a minute to play, and there's a quarterback sack right there. There's that guy again, number 9, Nick Floyd. 190-pound senior out of Phoenix. Big play by that defense, a quarterback sack.
And that was one of those where you see just the all-out blitz from the Golden Bears, and he makes them pay big time.
For Floyd, that's his first sack on the season. As we get a look, he had a direct angle there at the quarterback and brought him down.
So it almost looks like this game is slowing down a little bit for Miles College.
Eubanks kicks it to the 50-yard line, 40 yards on that punt by Robinson. They'll call it a 39-yard punt as Robinson fair caught it there, and that's where the Miles College Golden Bears will take over on offense. Let's see who the quarterback will be on this exchange. Let's see, is that an 18 or a 19? Do I see 16? Now they're going back to Millhouse. So they're going from Griffin back to number 16, Jacob Millhouse.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how the back and the forth, this is some kind of chess match between Barry and Griffin.
On that first down carry, a guy who we didn't expect to see, that's Dante Edwards, and he bulls his way down to the 40-yard line. That's a 9-yard rush for Dante Edwards. Edwards on the season has now passed the 500-yard mark on the season. There's a timeout on the field. Let's take a timeout, too, because it's the end of 3 quarters of play with our score. Benedict College 17, Miles College, no score. We'll be back. And welcome back to the Atkins 2nd down and 1. The handoff to Edwards down to the 35-30, 25-20, 15. There is a flag down on that play, but Edwards had a chance to get off there. He got more than first down yardage. It'll depend on the call here. But preliminarily, a 29-yard rushing play.
And you see Miles walking back as if they know that that penalty is on them. And you hate to see that because Miles' defense quietly has been dominating in the second half, the third quarter. Benedict with
run, holding, offense number 80. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. After the enforcement, it's first down.
And Dwayne, that's exactly what I was saying. You hate to see that because the Miles defense has held Benedict to 35 yards, 4 yards, and minus 14 on that last drive. So they're giving their offense every opportunity. Golden Bears got to take advantage of this possession.
All right, so Miles will have a first down after all. But, man, they lose some yardage after that tough carry by Edwards. First down and goal at the Benedict 34-yard line. Quarterback keeper, Millhouse. He runs out of bounds at the 27-yard line. So that's a sizable gain. That's a gain of 8 yards. Call it 7. We'll make it 2nd and 3. 28-yard line is where they will set the football. Millhouse, number 16, he didn't get the start. They went with Parker, then went to Millhouse, then to Griffin, now back to Millhouse. And to throw a little Miles College surprise in there, Dante Edwards is playing here in the second half. Edwards is at the 35-yard line, directly behind Millhouse. He'll get the football up the gut, 20, plows over a man. That's Romero. And it's going to be a Miles College first down.
Yeah, and you'll see on that play that, once again, Miles College understated O-line, gives him all of the room that he needs to run, and Romero nearly broke that big for a touchdown.
15-yard carry, first down and 10. Waiting for it is Millhouse. They give it to Edwards. Stutter steps now through the gap. 5, 4, and he's brought down at about the 2-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle by number 94, John Hannibal. Well, wait a minute. There's a flag down. Could have been that thingamajig you called before, Tanitra. Maybe the grabbing up by the Shobama pads.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
Let's wait on the call from Alan Murray and his officiating crew. Here we go.
Personal foul, horse collar, defense number 94. After distance to the goal, the ball will be placed on the 1-yard line. Automatic first down, Miles College.
As if Miles needed any help with them already being deep in red zone territory. So now it's just a matter of a couple yards.
So Miles College, they're threatening in the red zone. 80% this year, first and goal. They give it to Edwards, and he's going to step into the end zone for a Miles College touchdown. 1-yard carry. As you get a look, number 3, Dante Edwards.
And Jacob Millhouse, you really got to give him a lot of credit as well for being able to really manage this particular possession and get Miles right back in it. Now, if the extra point attempt is good, it's a 3-point game.
Kick is up by Jackson Spradlin, and the kick is good. And with a little over 13 minutes to play, Miles, they have an answer. With 13:02 to play in the fourth quarter, after the 1-yard carry by Edwards, his third touchdown of the year, there's your score. And then there was light, perhaps at the end of the tunnel for Miles, who scored 14 points in the second half. They've outscored Benedict College 14-3 in the second half of play. Jackson Spradlin, look at him. He's all pumped up. The kicker Had an opportunity to speak to him before the game. Had a chance to talk to him, his brother, the long snapper Eddie, and their punter, Jay Fitch. As that football is kicked into the end zone, that touchback will give Benedict College the football, first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Well, I was talking about how I was talking to those young men, the Spradlin brothers, as well as Fitch, the punter, and Eddie, the long snapper. And they are actually considered, I guess, the minority at an HBCU school. Eddie of Mexican descent, the Spradlin brothers, Caucasian men, young men, and they talked about their various experiences and how it's been all positive here attending an HBCU. And what a tremendous opportunity it was to share stories back and forth with them.
Yeah, and you can see the appreciation for the HBCU college experience as well, and just being able to immerse them in a different culture and to understand a different culture. No
question about it. At first down carry, Coleman is tackled right there. And on that stop, number 45, that was Kadarian Jones on the Donaldsonville.
Right, and this is one of those situations where Coach Watson, the defensive coordinator, talks about it being a bend, don't break type of defense, but this is looking to me like just a don't break defense, and the fact that they are working this base 4-2-5 defense to perfection, the Golden Bears are.
Can never count out a champion. Miles College trailed this game 14-0 heading into the halftime, and since then, they've scored 2 touchdowns. Second down and 12 for Benedict College, moving from left to right. Foster in the shotgun. He'll hand it to the OC Coleman. Coleman's going to be dragged down by Mitchell after a short gain. Mitchell Smiley tackling him from behind. There you go to look at him, the grad student.
And what you're seeing in Smiley, who's playing at strong safety today, is you're seeing that linebacker instinct really help him to be able to help the Golden Bears with their rush defense. So now a critical third down, an opportunity for those Golden Bears once again to have the Tigers go 3 and out.
As I mentioned before, Mitchell Smiley leads this club with interceptions with 2. And in his final year of eligibility and certainly enjoying it and making a difference. Here he is on the rush. Let's see if he can get back at the quarterback. Mitchell giving a chase. Mitchell, had him but lost him. Foster eludes the rush and throws across his body. Complete down to the 49-yard line. It looks like number 19, Tayshawn Presley. What a good luck charm he has been.
And you see on that play that Smiley almost gets home for Foster, but somehow just a step ahead, just enough to evade Smiley. He runs across the field, throws a little bit across his body, and gets his guy right there on the inside for a huge play to midfield. 24-yard pass play. First down and 10 at the 49-yard line for Benedict College. Up the gut is OC. OC gets to the 45-yard line as we get a quick replay of that completion to Presley.
Brown and Gaylor on the tackle for the Golden Bears.
And while we were away, a 6-yard carry there by Omarion Coleman. And now he'll be substituted for by number 25, Tavion Grice. Check that, Coleman still in the game as he puts his towel behind himself.
And that's one of the longer runs from Omarion Coleman this half.
Twin receivers, top of the formation. Now Grice in motion. They'll give it to OC, batter ramming through the line. And a 2-yard gain. This offense will have about 3 yards to go for a first down. They need to get to the Miles College 41-yard line.
Right, when you talk about him being a bit of a battering ram there, that's the kind of play that will continue to wear down that Golden Bears defense as Benedict is clinging to that 3-point lead in this final quarter.
Dwayne Walker, Tanitra Batiste, 10 minutes and 8 seconds to play in the fourth quarter and counting. Benedict College trying to get on that scoreboard again. Foster looks, has a notion to run, and he's going to be tackled. He's going to be tackled on that play. So heads up by number 27. That's Jamarius Brown, the linebacker, the freshman out of Mobile, Alabama.
And Brown just sniffed that one out and just comes almost unabated and is able to take down Foster on that play and really possibly save, well, actually in that drive, I should say.
No doubt. Provided there's no back deep, number 11 for Miles. Coffin corner, and the ball's going to take a roll out at the 7-yard line. So it will be the 10-yard line. It's going to be a 37-yard punt.
37 yards on the punt. The Golden Bears.
And that's where the Golden Bears will get another opportunity. Nice job by Eubanks angling for that corner.
And gets it, and not only angles for the corner, but you'll see Dwayne, the ball takes a nice little bounce a couple yards and pins Miles back just a little bit more so that they are starting pretty deep in their own territory.
First down and 10 from the 10-yard line for this Golden Bears offense. They have been methodically moving the football on offense and playing stern defense as well. Millhouse, the quarterback, number 16, waiting for the snap. He'll get it, he'll give it, and that football is carried by number 20. That's Kingston Davis, who ran for 17 yards in that first half.
And that's the kind of play we've seen the Golden Bears call on first and maybe even second down, kind of letting that run set up the pass and kind of getting them out of the shadow of their own end zone. So I'll be interested to see what this play call is on second down for the Golden Bears.
Correction, 77 yards in that first half for Kingston Davis before exiting the building. And speaking of which, that's Davis again, and he's slow to get up. I got to tell you, Miles College, they've been decimated with injuries, and that's not an excuse at all. They still find a way to battle back, and they still have guys that are playing, to be honest, nicked up.
Yeah, and it's the heart of a champion. I mean, this is a team that last week did not have a good game against Albany State, and they really want to bounce back and do something here on their home field for homecoming.
Dante Edwards, he's the lone setback behind Millhouse. Twin wide receivers to the near side of the football field as they pause to get a look at the sideline for the play. Millhouse waiting. Now he'll keep the football. Millhouse gets away from a defender and crawls his way up to the 17-yard line. And correction, let's see where they marked that. I said the 17, that's the 22-yard line, and that's good enough for a first down for Miles College.
And Miles College able to do that on the ground for the first couple of plays on this possession, just to give them a little bit of breathing room. That'll be interesting to see if they go back to an aerial attack.
First and 10 now, 22-yard line. Millhouse looking near side. He throws the football looking for Lodge, and the Lodge ain't open. Sails into the Miles College bench.
And they do decide to air it out on that first down. Like you said, just a little bit far and wide, kind of sails out, and Lodge isn't able to get there.
Joshua Howard, number 5, you get a look at him, did a nice job of shadowing his man, forcing him out of bounds.
And maybe a little bit of tangling up there right at the end of that play.
The officials have been consistent tonight on this second down run, second down and 10. Kingston Davis up to the 30. 35, cuts back, 40, 44-yard line.
Down to the 47-yard line.
So Kingston Davis, some nifty moves there.
And this is the kind of play you want to see from Davis and you want to see from Miles College as they continue to keep it on the ground and just kind of grind it out. They're watching the clock as well because they know they're getting close to field goal position.
25-yard run play, first down and 10 from the 42. And pushing the pile ahead was number 20, Davis. Davis over the 100-yard rushing mark so far tonight. Kingston Davis.
And that's amazing. And a lot of that has to do with what he was able to do in the second half of the game, just kind of grinding it out and slowly but surely wearing out that Benedict defense.
Second down, 7. from the 46-yard line for Miles. Millhouse waiting. Single receiver set to either side. Deontay on that carry. And he loses his balance before stumbling ahead to near midfield. It's going to be about 3 yards shy of a first down. But it's still manageable. They'll call it the 49-yard line. 3rd down and 3.
And more importantly, you're starting to see those Tiger defensive players really hands on hips, hands on knees, kind of wearing down in these waning minutes of this game.
5 minutes, 28 seconds to play in regulation. Dwayne Walker, Tanisha Batiste bringing you the action. Hope you're enjoying it. 3rd down and 3. Millhouse waiting, handing Edwards. And with that extra effort, I believe he has the first down. What an effort by number 3, Dante Edwards, a 6-foot, 225-pound redshirt from Mobile, Alabama.
And you'd love to see him just churning those legs because he knows exactly where that marker is. He knows where he needs to get to continue this drive for the Golden Bears.
And that should be a first down. Yes, it is a first down.
First down, Miles College.
Extraordinary effort there by Edwards to get that first down.
And that is probably why offensive coordinator Cedric Pearl inserted Edwards back into this lineup for the second half.
Definitely has given the offense some spark. 1st down and 10 at the Benedict 48-yard line. Millhouse rolls out to the right, looking for Tinch, just a bit outside.
Boy, Millhouse took a hit on that play.
So did Edwards, as Edwards flexes his right knee as he gingerly walks back to the huddle, and he's taking a look at that left knee. Watch Tinch along the right sideline, try to get open, and just out of Tinch's reach. 2nd down and 10 from the 48. Twin receivers this time to the near side of the football field. Millhouse ball fakes. Now he throws deep, looking for a man, and he's got him! Touchdown, Miles College! Christopher Downtown Brown with the touchdown. Oh my, 48-yard strike.
And you see there the beautiful fake, perfectly timed by Millhouse. And you see him go with all he has to get that ball into Brown's hands. And Brown right there in perfect position to take that ball in and give Miles their first lead of the game.
And the first touchdown pass for Mr. Millhouse in the season. Spradlin in for the extra point attempt. The place, the kick, the hold is up, and the kick is good. And for the very first time tonight, the 2-time defending champion, Miles College Golden Bears, they take the lead for the very first time. They're up by 4 in the 4th quarter with 4:30 to play. Welcome back, everyone. Dwayne Walker, Tanisha Batiste. The Miles College Golden Bears, they've struck back with 3 touchdowns in the second half to take their first lead of the game, 21-17, Tanisha.
And I tell you, hashtag MCHC 2021 is officially lit. This place is going bonkers as Octavius Griffin on that 48-yard touchdown pass to Chris Brown to give Miles their first lead of the game.
Bloodsaw wisely lets the football roll into the end zone for a touchback, and Benedict College will have the first down at their own 25-yard line.
And such a balanced attack on that particular drive. Tim plays 90 yards. Miles took 4.5 minutes off the clock at the critical juncture in this 4th quarter. So we'll look to see. We've been talking about this, Dwayne, how dominating this Golden Bears defense has been in this second half. Let's see if they can hold just one more time to give these Golden Bears the win for homecoming.
Benedict College, they started out with a 14-0 lead at half, but in the second half, Miles College with 3 straight touchdowns. Millhouse to Jay Andrews for 26 yards, Dante Edwards for a 1-yard rush in the 4th, and now a Millhouse to Chris Brown 48-yard strike, and that's where we stand, 21-17, Benedict College with the football. OC Omarion Coleman takes the handoff, but he's going to find little yardage as number 49 on the tackle. That's Kadarius Roberts.
It's second down.
And we've seen that over and over in this second half where the Tigers are trying to get their ground game going, but finally, the Golden Bears have had an answer for that ground game every single time this second half.
Second down and 9. Foster waiting in the pocket. Now they'll throw the screen pass, complete to Coleman. Coleman, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 48-yard line. So just like that, give them credit, they respond with a 23-yard screen that gets up to the 48-yard line.
And you're right. We got to give Benedict College the credit for being committed to the ground game and understanding that although it hadn't worked, sometimes you got to just keep grinding until you can get what you got off of that particular play. Now you're at midfield and you have the opportunity to potentially take this game back and get your first SIAC win of the season.
Andrew Gaylor on that tackle. There's an injured player on the field, and while they tend to him, we will take this time out. With our score, Miles 21, Benedict 17. We'll be right back. Welcome back to live action. 3 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Miles College, they have the lead and the football. They are at Benedict has the football at their own 48-yard line, moving left to right.
I see them all the time.
After that change of possession.
And a tough one on that last play as well with Jamarius Brown going down. Of course, he at the Sam position for the Golden Bears. And not just a half sack this game, but also just bringing a lot of pressure on that QB. So let's see what the Golden Bears will do to have an answer for what Benedict is doing on this drive.
I said Miles College football because they've just owned this second half so far.
True.
Only right.
Facts.
Foster back to pass. He's going to go to the downs, looking for a man intended for Phil Young, and that football is incomplete. Number 27 on the 26 on the defense there. That's Wilson on the coverage.
And Zay Foster getting all the time in the world to toss that ball, but he lets it air out, and it's just a little too long for his receiver. So it'll be interesting to see what happens on this critical down for Benedict.
Second down and 10 from the 48-yard line. Foster with it. He looks, he throws. It's complete to Phil Young down to the 42-yard line. And that's close to a first down, depending on the mark.
And this time Phil Young is Foster's check down, but a nice little toss there that gets the Tigers to move the chains.
11-yard pass play. Tigers once again in Miles College territory. Zay Foster, for all intents and purposes, has played a solid game today, other than a costly interception. I've been quite impressed for a first-time starter here.
Yeah, absolutely. Foster has made, like you said, other than that mental error, he's really played a great game for the Tigers.
Foster in the pocket, has running room down to the 35-30, 25-20, right on cue. 21-yard scamper by the freshman. Is there a flag down?
Foster only carries.
There is not. Let's keep her moving.
And Foster once again just pulls that ball down and just runs for daylight. And he just knows you got to do what you got to do to get your team in position to possibly win this game.
Grossly, he is over the 100-yard mark rushing. 77 yards in the first, 88 yards in the first half rushing.
And on 10 carries in that first half. So
his team has the football now. First down and 10 at Miles's 22-yard line. He'll clap his hand 3 times, trip wide receivers to the top of the formation. Foster with the football. There's a flag down, and so is Foster. He'll go down. But there's a penalty on the play. Let's hold the phone. It's number 54. That's Jalen McWhite, brought the quarterback down.
And we're watching the penalty, Dwayne. We're also watching the clock here, and you look back on that play, and you see that Zay Foster's trying to decide who he's going to toss to, and then he just loses the football but is able to recover it.
Illegal substitution. Defense. 12-man formation. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Replay. First down.
So it'll be 1st down and 5 after the 5-yard penalty.
And that's the kind of thing that Curtis Watson can't be pleased with, because you really can't afford to have those types of miscues when you're in the high part, really in any part of the red zone, but definitely when you're in the high red zone with time winding down.
And we talked about the red zone. Benedict College 2 for 2 in the red zone today, 14 of 20 coming into the season on scoring touchdowns. Here they have it, Phil Yon on the sweep to the left. Phil Yon down to maybe the 15-yard line, depending on the mark.
Junior forces him out of bounds after a gain of a couple on the play.
And it'll bring up 2nd down and 3. Here we get a look at that replay. Lead blocker OC Omarion Coleman.
And you see excellent pursuit on the part of the Golden Bears defense to make sure that he wasn't able to get too much on that play.
Andrew Gaylor, number 46, chasing him down from behind. And if you're Benedict, you're trying to really work with this clock as well. You want to score a touchdown, but at the same time, not leave any time on the clock. Foster under hot pursuit, rolling to his left. What a wise decision there as he throws the football out of bounds to live for another day.
And that is one of those situations where you hope that you have an opportunity to toss the ball, and you don't want to stop the clock, but that was a smart decision on Foster's part to just toss it out of bounds and at least have an opportunity for another play on 3rd down.
Golden Bears fans back to defense.
And there was no penalty on the play, which means it's simply 3rd down and 3. From the 15-yard line. Really 2 down territory, even though it's 3rd and 3. You know they'll use 2 downs to try to get the first. Here we go in motion is Phil Yon to the near side. Foster back to pass, looking for Phil Yon. It's complete. There's Presley down to the 5-yard line. 1st down, Benedict College Tigers.
And that was absolutely clutch from Xavier Foster, just waiting for that play to develop until his receiver was open. So you see there, he's getting good protection from his O-line. He's able to just toss that ball right where Tayshaun Presley was able to catch it. And now it'll be interesting to see if the Tigers are able to milk the clock, but also understanding that they've got to get that ball and punch that ball into the end zone.
Number 19, Tayshaun Presley, has been a good luck charm for Zay Foster tonight.
Timeout.
Wow, there you can look at the Golden Bears huddle. Head coach Reggie Ruffin and Miles College, they are talking about it. And while they're talking about it, we'll take this timeout. The last 1 minute and some change coming up. Miles leading by 4. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Miles College, homecoming. Dwayne Walker, Tanitra Batiste. It is 1st down and goal for Benedict College at the 5-yard line. They trail by a score of 21-17, and Alan Murray wants to do something with the clock here. Miles College has called a timeout. While we have this opportunity, the ESPN SIAC deal, media rights deal in Division II, beginning this year, ESPN will feature at least 22 football games across ESPNU and ESPN Plus, including the SIAC Football Championship. In addition, ESPN will have the exclusive rights to all men's and women's basketball championship preliminary rounds on ESPN Plus and the SIAC men's and women's basketball championship games on ESPN networks. This partnership will feature SIAC contests on ESPN through 2017. Also, while I have this moment, the Race to Rock Hill is returned for the 2021 SIAC Cross Country Championship. The SIAC Cross Country Championship will take place in Rock Hill, South Carolina on October 22nd. Fans, follow the SIAC on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at the SIAC for all access coverage. So as we get back to the action, Tanitra, 1st and goal from the 5. A minute and 20 seconds to play. What are you looking for here?
Well, it's interesting to see because I want to see what the Golden Bears are able to do. The fact that Benedict has to go for a touchdown is because of what this Golden Bears defense has been able to do so far.
Foster waiting for the snap. In motion is Presley. Foster, quarterback keeper, up the middle, and he's going to be dragged down by Smiley at the 3-yard line, but tick, 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 tick. A minute and 10 seconds to play.
But actually not a bad call on first and goal, because you do need to wear that clock down, and to be able to get a couple of yards on that play as well, that's in Benedict College's favor.
Second down, now we're under a minute to play. 54, 53, 52. Foster waiting for the snap. In motion comes Presley. Little stutter step. Coleman with it, sweeping to the left. Coleman trying to find the end zone, and he stopped short at about the 1 yard line.
And that
However, 37, 36, 35. And now we have an injured player down for Miles College, which will stop the clock on this third and goal situation.
Yeah, and you hate to see that, and you hope that player's okay. But certainly, that was one of those where Coleman was looking to bounce to the outside. That lane wasn't there for him, so he cuts back, and he's still able to get a couple yards there. But now, getting to the final two plays to see if Miles College, or Benedict rather, is able to punch this in. But Dwayne, I want to go back to the third quarter as well, and that's really where Miles College made this a game, because they were able to hold Benedict to a field goal, and that might be the difference of the game.
And we have an injured ball player on the field for Miles College. We'll try to pick up a number here in just a second. But while I have this moment, earlier we mentioned about being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we talked about Coach Reginald Ruffin's wife sadly passing away. And there has been, tremendous, I don't know if you want to call it pressure, but it's been taxing, especially on his son, who plays on this Miles College football team, Gabriel Ruffin. And just sadly, just last week, today actually, his best friend sadly passed away. So we'd like to extend our condolences to the Michael Gibbs family, who lost their son and who is also Gabriel Ruffin's best friend. So really condolences to both of these families.
Yes, and our thoughts and our prayers are with both of those families as well. And sometimes these players get out and they play with a heavy heart, but oftentimes this is where they're able to take all of that out and put it on the field and just kind of let it go.
Well, I can tell you from our vantage point, no one is sitting down. Everyone is on their feet in anticipation of this play.
And everybody's anticipating a run on this play, but who's actually going to run this in is going to be interesting. Is it going to be OC? Is it Zay Foster? And is Curtis Terry's D ready for this?
Coleman, the single setback behind Foster. In motion comes Campbell. Here's the snap. They give it to OC in the middle, and he's going to be stopped. It's fourth down. Fourth and goal. The clock is running, 27-26. And let's see if there's a timeout on the field. There is a timeout on the field.
And this was one of those slowly developing plays for Benedict, which gave Miles the opportunity to kind of set their feet and shut him down just shy of the goal line.
So Chennis Berry and the Benedict Tigers, they called timeout. As we get a look at the replay, there is no runoff in this situation because we have both teams have injured players on the field. So in effect, there will be 25 seconds left in regulation on a huge fourth down situation.
And when you see those players down on this final play of the game, literally, it tells you just how much of a battle that this has been between Miles and Benedict this entire game. And again, we'll see that last play on the third and goal. You'll see that it's really a battle in the trenches of whose line is going to make the play. And really, you got to give a lot of credit to Miles College's D-line for stopping OC just short of the goal line.
And for this Benedict College offensive line, man, they've got Brian McNeil, Aaron Witherspoon, DeJuan Duncan, Zach Spain, Anthony Crowley.
Yeah.
This is for all the money, literally right here.
And Brian McNeil wishes that he was on the field for this play, but yes.
As he limps off of the field, everyone is jumping around on a huge fourth down play. Both teams have 2-3 records coming in, and now the line judge is going to spread out as Miles College is going to call timeout.
This is the second timeout of the half.
So we will keep it right here. Man, oh man, it's homecoming here at Miles College. And speaking of which, Academy has everything you need to celebrate. Visit your local Academy store today or shop online at academy.com to get all the top tailgate gear for the yard, like coolers, drinkware, canopies, and grills. So don't wait. Pick up everything you need to celebrate at Academy Sports and Outdoors. And I know, Tanitra, I had an opportunity to go out there and mix and mingle with some of the Miles College faithful. We caught up with Buckville Village Baseball Organization and Augustus James and those folks out there. They were tailgating, and I must tell you, they invited us to come out after tonight's game. And I know, Tanisha, you made the rounds too with some of your sorrows.
Yeah, I was literally just kind of seeing what's going on because I've never been to Miles College, so I was able to meet some of the amazing sorors of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated here in Fairfield, and they welcomed me with open arms. So yes, I may just make a pit stop after this game, but boy, oh boy, it's earlier because, you know, Chinnis Berry said from the start, former assistant head coach, OC at Southern University, that at the end of the day, this is the measuring stick for Benedict College to see where they are in relation to playing the back-to-back SIAC champions.
Here,
it's all on the line.
Here we go. 4th down and goal from the 1-yard line. In motion is Campbell. Foster waiting for the snap. He gets it. He gives the OC. OC! Is he in for a touchdown? It's a touchdown! Touchdown, Benedict College! Oh my! Oh, Marion! Oh, Marion!
And again, it's just a battle of the O-line and the D-line. You see the motion there, and you see Omarion Coleman just with the legs churning and just continuing to stay up. And he gets that ball. It looks like he gets that ball across the plane.
Well, they ruled it a touchdown. There is no replay. So Rigoberto Tinoco will come in to attempt the extra point attempt as you get a look at OC. They call him OC, Omarion Coleman. Now we're back to the extra point attempt. It's up, it's on the way, and that kick is good. And with 19 ticks of the clock remaining.
And for all that Miles' defense was able to do to really shut down the ground game for Benedict College this half, it all comes down to a handoff from Zay Foster. OC punches that ball in, and Benedict is on the cusp of getting its first SIAC division or conference win of this season.
And we talked about Coach Chinnis Berry, and he just ranted and raved about Omarion, about, they call him OC, just a freshman. Folks, a 4.0 GPA in high school and in college thus far. So it couldn't happen to a more representative of the student athlete at HBCU.
Absolutely. And, you know, not only for the Benedict side, but Miles also prides itself in being about the student part of student athletes. So, and Miles has an interesting situation here. I mean, there's still 17 seconds left on the clock to see if maybe they can drive this down and send this game into overtime.
19 seconds remaining. We'll check back. 12 presidential scholars on the Miles College football scene. All right, here we go. Number 61, Rigoberto Tinoco, will kick the football off. It'll go into the corner. Robinson, he'll field it at the 10. Robinson, the 15, hurdles a man. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. Oh, don't bring him down too toughly. As Grice, who is that, number 25? On that tackle. Tavian Grice, yes, on that tackle. I thought they might have gotten him for a little extracurricular activity. But that's an 8-yard return.
And another player down for Benedict this time.
Yeah, there's been some popping out there as you get a look at the replay of that return by number 11. That's LaAnthony Robinson.
And LaAnthony Robinson with a little bit of a Heisman leap there, if you will, but wisely kind of leans to get out of bounds, which is a good thing because that at least keeps 14 seconds on the clock and gives Miles College an opportunity to maybe get a couple plays in and put themselves in field goal range.
24-21. Benedict College just retook the lead on a 1-yard rush by Omarion Coleman. Millhouse, he'll pass over to Andrews, who makes the reception at the 29-yard line. So that's an 11-yard pass play with 10 seconds to play. But let's not mince words. They've got to get in at least field goal position for Spradlin to have an opportunity to at least tie this game. Millhouse and the Miles College offense with the football, 1st and 10 at their own 29. Twin receivers to the near side, twin receivers to the far side. Millhouse looking, still looking. 6 seconds to play. He'll toss it up, and it falls errantly by the Benedict College bench, and it will bring forth a second down with 4 seconds to play, Tanitra.
And nearly picked off on that play as well, but Millhouse does his best to buy time. He scrambles, throws that ball to the outside, but it's just out of the hands of his receiver, and really that ball could have been easily picked off.
So this very well could be the last play of tonight's game. We'll just see what has to happen here. 4 ticks of the clock remaining. Twin receivers each side. Millhouse back to pass. He looks, he throws. It's going to be picked off by Benedict College. Coming back up the other way and running out of bounds is number 22, Kevon Ross. And there's no time left on the clock. Kevon Ross, 2 pass breakups, 2 pass defenses, and 1 INT to seal the deal, Tanitra.
And what a heads-up play by Ross, just knowing that Miles was going to throw that ball to the outside so that they could get out of bounds, and then just the presence of mind to say, hey, this is game. I'll just go out of bounds and end this.
What a tremendous contest. Benedict, they led by a score of 14-0 at half. However, the champions that they are, the Miles College Golden Bears, they stormed back with 21 points of their own to take a 21-17 lead. But how about the resolve of Coach Barry and the Tigers from Benedict College coming?
And how about that heads-up play by the Benedict secondary? We'd heard so much about Mitchell Smiley in that secondary for Miles College, but when it counted, Benedict secondary comes up huge.
No question about it. As the teams, they exchange pleasantries. And there you see Coach Channis Berry off to the right of our screen getting congratulations from his assistant coaches. And what a tremendous effort by both of these teams tonight. You have been watching Southern Intercollegiate Athletic Conference football on ESPN, presented by UBS, with our final score, the Benedict College Tigers 24, the Miles